1 second, guys. I was trying to get this print started before everything, but the FEP screen was all dirty, so I had to clean it and lost track of time. So, hold on. Give me just a moment here. Sure. Great. Those are all dirty. Alright, we'll switch to the game view here. If I can do it with my wrist. Bit hectic, I know. 1 second. There we go. Alright. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, I'm back. Just had to do that real quick. Real quick. That's all that was. All that was. Alright, it's lowering the slot on her and tab. There we go. Okay. Dun dun dun. Here we go. Here we go again. Here we go again, indeed. Alright, so I am gonna jump on in the Discord call because got the whole point of these streams is just to sit there and chat with the guys who want to come in and chat. Before I do that, official information regarding the birthday stream coming up. I got my birthday stream is scheduled for the 24th of September, which is a Friday. Hold on. Why am I out of breath? I've been running around all morning. September 24th, the next week. So not this upcoming Friday, but next week's Friday. I am getting all set and scheduled for the birthday stream. It's gonna be a Q&A / just hang stream. I've sent some feelers out to some. I spent one out obviously to Ludus, who's my best friend when it comes to online stuff. Next to like Nathan, yeah. I sent the feelers out. Ludus got it. He actually just replied to me. I have to check it. I'm hoping he is available, but if not, that's I get it. It's only a week's proper notice, and for a lot of people they need 2. Some people need 3 whole weeks just to work everything else around such a schedule. So I get it. If nobody can come, if nobody wants to come, obviously that's also going to be a factor. And if nobody wants to come, I hope they don't come. Obviously. Yeah, it's gonna be a Q&A stream. It's not gonna be a gaming one, so we might pull up a game if like everybody agrees to and wants to, but that's not the plan. The plan is just an open Q&A. People just want to ask any questions. People want to hop in, just say happy birthday, just say hi. It's not gonna be a super long stream either. Probably 2 hours max. And I also sent some feelers out to some other content creators who are I'm friendly with and would like to call friends. Someone out to Arch, someone out to Kibbs, the Bickering Bunch. Don't know if I'll get any responses. It's fine. Again, I'm giving everybody only a week's notice, so I'm expecting a lot of unfortunately can't come, yada yada yada. But yeah. Right, Tang and Pierce are in the chat. So is Nathan. How you guys doing? How you holding up? But yeah, throughout the stream, I'm sure when new people hop in the stream and ask, like, oh, birthday event, what's that entail? We're going to have to repeat this information a couple times throughout the stream, no doubt. But yeah, that's just the crux of it. Next week, Friday the 24th at noontime, Eastern Standard Time, which if you're in Norway, Germany, Bulgaria, and Hungary, or I don't know if it's just Hungary. Hungary, if you're in any of those locations, that's about 6 p.m. your time. If you're in Britain, it's 5 p.m. your time. If you're in Texas, it's at 11 a.m. for you guys, so it's earlier. And for purists, I can't remember where your time zone is called or your specific area, but in your case, I did look at it. You're 2 hours ahead of me, so for you it would be 10 a.m. So for it's varying times, I know, but hopefully we'll see a good turnout for the birthday stream. And if not, it'll just be a fun event for those who do come up. And yeah, turn 22. I wish the clock would just stop at 21. It's like, yeah, this is a good start. This is a good part. You know, I'm at my physical peak. Can we just press the big old pause button? And they're like, no. Damn it. Well, anywho, I've shed my spiel, I suppose. And yeah, I got that. I got a print going. It's actually another set of these guys. The bases I made, like, which, oh, I know, brag. I made a little square base in my 3D software. But yeah, but these are from One Page Rules, by the way, if anyone's curious. These little dwarves. And yes, they are kind of modeled, well, they're dwarves. They're just generic dwarves, as far as you know. But, you know, you can use them as fill-in for, like, Warhammer armies. But yeah, this is just a little dwarf warrior. I got about 7 of them, because that's the most amount I was able to fit on the build plate. Was about 7 of these little guys, and they print fucking beautiful. I did need to put my own supports on it. I wasn't a fan of One Page Rules supports. Not that they're bad, it's just I wanted to tweak them slightly, so I had to reapply the supports. But other than that, it looks really good. And shout out to One Page Rules for high quality prints. You can get this actually free over on Cults, but I thought it was best, since I was getting these, I wanted to show my support, so I also supported them on Patreon. So keep that in mind, One Page Rules, if you're a fan of miniatures, really good ones. I'm not being sponsored, I'm just sharing because I do really like the quality. Check out One Page Rules. You know I'm not sponsored because there's no links in the description. That's how you know. Anyway. 7 p.m. actually, but never mind that. Really? Thought it was 6. I could have sworn I looked that up. I want to confirm. Okay, yeah, you're right. 7. Sorry about that. Oh, I got that wrong. But only by an hour. Details. Mountain Standard. Okay. Time's a dick. Yeah, time zones are a dick. Alright, so Karakim. I'm gonna upgrade these bad boys. Wasn't I further than this? I think it was. Yeah, whatever. This might have been where we hold off. Okay, so what's the plan here? I can't remember. You're all kind of leveled up. Uncanny senses. There we go. Oh yeah, now I remember. I did go further than here, but I got killed over here by trying to do the underway. So we're just gonna go the overway instead. La la la. I did already move you. I think I did. Let's go to the fool. That goes less far. I'm moving my beast man meme army to kill the enemy. That thing's already waiting for me in Sleeper's Den, so let's do this. Eh. Hey, Tank.
There. Is you do?
Huh?
Stomp Britannia. Is you doing well just stomping on Britannia with meme armies?
Yeah. I gotta get my meme army over to Castle Bastone, whatever. However you pronounce it. French! Damn the French. Alright, so I have my armies over here. I have so many armies I gotta keep track of.
Yeah, the internal. Oh, did I move that or did I not move that?
Okay, so we'll take Ice Drake Fjord. Decisive victory. And they got no artillery, so I'll just fight it. Just to start the stream off with an actual battle we get to watch. I do a lot of auto-resolves. Poison. What do I give it? I'll give it to the Jabberscythe. It's fitting. I'd fight the battle. I will slaughter the enemy.
Might as well. That's the problem with most of the Total War. Once you get further in the game, you just auto-resolve half the battles because you can't be bothered.
Well, if you fight them all, you're gonna just sit there. I wonder if anyone's ever tried to do that, where like they've done like a session where they've just played every single battle.
I've tried, and it's well.
That seems insane. So that,
the thing is,
just to get through like 2 battles, that's like what, right there. That can, depending on how like small scale the battles are, that could be really quick. But wouldn't that usually take like around, especially late game for certain like full stack armies fighting back and forth? That's like half-hour battles, especially if you're on higher difficulties.
Yeah.
So.
Well, actually, if it's a proper battle, that's not that big deal. But the enemy usually does split his army up a lot, and
hey, look, it's my home.
Oh, nice. Fighting like 7 stacks of 3-unit armies is not fun just from the loading perspective.
Alright, so I think most of my armies here are Vanguard, but I don't. I'll give the enemy a chance because I'm a dick. Okay, so where's my horseman? There's my cav. Put my cav over here. My horde. Huntagors.
It's always fun to have some monster cav.
Yeah, I've never zoomed in on the Centaurs properly. I want to see how they look. Okay, so standard Centaur horns, beastmen.
Yeah. Even if I dislike Chaos somewhat, I just love seeing some of the Dragon Ogres going to battle.
Yeah.
Like, those units are proper buff.
Hold on. So someone mentioned that they didn't like the background music from last time, so... I'm just switching real quick. The more casual tavern music, which should be fine. I'll find it.
I usually just tone it out so I don't really notice. But yeah, for some people maybe a bit noticeable, let's say.
Music. I'm gonna lower it down to -21. Everyone let me know if that's too quiet or too loud. Oh, there we go. Alright. Now for the rest of you, your bestigors. My Jabberscythe. I forgot I only had 2 heroes in this one.
Sometimes 2 is all you need. Unlike some people that like to do like doom stacks of heroes.
So what defines a doom stack by chance?
I think it's basically one type of unit, just 20 units of the same type. Imagine 20 Jabberslights or something like that, or 20 giants.
Okay, so just... so for example, that means I have doom stacks in my orc campaign. Because in that one I have entire stacks of just river trolls, I think it is.
Maybe.
I'm
not sure if that defines a doom stack, but that's what I've thought of it, as always. Like, if you have an army of just one single unit, just clone 20 times, yeah, that's pretty much a doom stack. With a lord, of course.
I forgot those are Vanguard. Alright.
Vanguard. Ooh, they have magic.
Mm-hmm.
They have puny fireballs.
Go, my beastmen. Minotaurs. Bestigors. I don't envy any. The first guy's got to go up against that Jabberslythe. Bad day for them.
Yeah, especially down the hill, that will be a massacre.
And I'm sending all my cav to their ass end, so they're about to get sandwiched. Woo! That's horrifying to watch.
Good old fleshy hammer and anvil. Oh god! That big one.
Yeah, and they're trying to retreat. I'm not letting them.
Good luck! Sir, we need to retreat! Retreat where? Behind us? Well, behind us is still more of them. Alright.
That was a swift victory. Actually, did I take any losses? No, not really.
I don't think so. It's...
Nah, pretty much took nothing. Yeah, I took 8 losses. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, what a crippling loss. How will I recover?
That's a benefit of, big units that have small numbers, that you pretty much don't have losses in some of these battles.
Quick. Just because no one's commented about it, and I want to confirm.
Some of these battles.
Quick. Just because no one's commented about it, and I want to confirm. Okay, so definitely it's not that one. Maybe it could be a notch quieter. Okay.
It was fine when I heard it, but I'm not a judge for that.
Yeah, I'll leave it be for now. It's not causing any issues. Alright, so I swiftly kick their asses. I want to upgrade over here.
And that's the problem with armies that don't need money. You just gather them up in vast quantities.
Pretty much.
Too bad there's no agent action where you can bribe armies. You can basically buy the whole nations like that. That was a fun tactic, by the way, in the older games. They have a few diplomats, and your enemy sends like 5 armies of elite troops. You go, okay, these armies are now mine. You turn them around and just attack the settlements they.
That's mine, that's mine, that's mine, that's also mine.
Basically, yeah. It's like, oh, you want 50,000 gold to get me to give me this army. All right, there you go. Another 50,000 for the next one. Another 50,000 for the next one. And I still have like 500,000 left. Ah, old broken economy is so fun.
That's a lot of Ungors.
That's a lot of angry red Boris. Oh, those hoofs. And the Minotaur in the background is...
3 hours later. Yeah, lots of Ungors. And they all have Vanguard deployment.
So you can basically just put them right in front of their face.
More or less.
Yeah, Vanguard deployment makes sense for like if you have a cavalry or a sneak unit. This is just ridiculous now. It's like, sir, there are armies here. Where? 5 meters in front of us, sir.
And it's even funnier is my main hero has... I only have 1 unit in my entire army that does not have Vanguard, and that's my second hero.
So basically, it's entire army then the guy. Hey guys, wait up!
Pretty much, you got the one fat ass in the back. Alright.
Oh, come on! Catch up! Make me some! Oh boy.
Alright. Going right in. I'm gonna send a chariot up their ass. Probably won't be necessary, but whatever the case.
I mean, by the time the chariot gets there, there won't be anything left.
They're running.
Of course, won't you run?
Yes, I would, but
Like,
they're being foolish. As long as we outnumber them, you don't outnumber me.
outnumber? What's that?
The Minotaur at the back. Wait! I want to kill some!
Leave some for me, guys!
Here it comes.
I want one!
Boom! But when he goes up, he's a godsend.
Yeah. Oh, like me in a buffet.
Woo!
Man, all the blood that spurts out every time he swings this.
This is what we humbly call a shit show.
Oh, that one guy just flew over the screen. That was. Oh boy.
Yahoo!
And he survived. That's the most impressive part.
I don't believe so. I believe he died. He died brutally. Holding the line.
They'll die sooner or later. Sometimes the heroes can be so ridiculous in this game. Like they get eaten all half the map. And I'm fine. Coming back.
And we'll loot and raise. Humble distraction.
A normal day of the Beastman.
Pretty much.
What are we doing today? Loot and raise. Did we do that yesterday? Yeah. And are we going to do that tomorrow? Yeah. What is the plan for the month? Loot and raise? Yeah.
Well, actually, we're thinking about having a tea party on Wednesday, but then we're loot and raise.
We can loot and raise during the party.
Alright, real quick, let me save right here, because this is where I got a little choked up earlier. It's amazing I'm already on turn 279 of this.
Yeah, time flies when you get into this.
Yeah, but the thing is, the farthest I've gotten besides this, for a number of turns anyway, would be the orcs. My orc campaign. and with Grimgore, and I'm only 170 turns on that one. Well, a whole 100 turns more on this. So.
Beastmen are slow to start, but once they get going, they roll over everything pretty much.
Alright, back him up.
Wait, did you devour the donut already? I missed that.
Huh?
Did you destroy the donut already?
Oh yeah, I just would have done it forever ago. I'm currently sieging the Empire.
Yes.
I think as I took this entire area over here, but the Bretonnians snuck in after I moved on to the Empire and are retaking Castle Baston, Fort Bergbraze, Gizero.
Yeah,
so
they don't have much. Though.
That's why I'm moving my I'm moving my meme army of 3 Gorgons, 3 Jabberslythe, and I want to say 14,
all abominations.
13 Chaos Spawn.
All the tentacles.
All being led by Morgur Shadowgave, who apparently has a passive effect when it comes to monsters.
Yeah. Morgur.
Yeah.
He always looked to me like he went through some sort of a mutated spider cave and just got all the spider webs on him.
Let's see. So do I retake Fort Sol? Do I move on to Migdal Volgonbarak? Let's focus on the Empire for right now. I'm harassing the dwarves already on one front.
As long as you devastate the mood, I'm happy with that. Just an army of beastmen just destroying the mood. Yes.
Okay, raiding, and we'll put that also in raiding. Boom. Raiding stance. I'll harass them. Give them no quarter. Make them regret ever facing me. And while I'm at it... Cygor could be good to upgrade, but at the same time... More gore herds could be useful. Yes. Alright, that'll be turn. And next turn I get to try out my meme army.
Nice. Dwarves still trying to harass my other territory. Those wars. Wait, maybe we could have won that, but
it's just too much.
Yeah. Man, those wars are pesky.
Yes, they are. They're annoying me, but I'm focusing on the Empire right now. And the mainland. Once I've taken all of that, I'll come back to the donut and come back to the territories they're taking right now and retake them. The thing is, it doesn't hurt to lose any of this stuff, because it's not even like you lose any Herdstone shards from it. You regain the Herdstone shard if they destroy it. So it's just like, why care?
Yeah, that's the benefit with the Beastmen. You don't leave any settlements behind. So if they even if they capture the settlement, they have to start building it from the ground up, which takes. It can take a while.
It's a siege. I hate sieges.
Ugh. Yeah, but that's a siege with Chaos Spawn, so...
Yeah, but it's a unit pathing. I just fundamentally hate sieges. Refuse to do them. On principle.
Well, we'll see how sieges come up with the next one. If they ever even touch them.
Grr. Next turn, I'll be retaking that. Alright.
Yeah. What time is it on the Beastman watch? It's Luton Race time.
Mm-hmm.
When is it not Luton Race time? I have no idea what you mean. Good one. Cirrus.
Goddamn sieges. I only lose one Bestigor out of it.
Ooh, that's the Emperor. Tunnel front. No, he got stomped.
I've been stopping everybody.
In every other game, 800 versus 3000 would have been a slaughter. In this game, it's like, monsters? Monsters.
They solve so many problems. And create very few. What do you got? Oh, you're already pretty tough. Beastman looms at watch. Oh my, look what time it is. Watch simply has a note that says loot and raise. Loot and raise at all. Alright, so I guess
It won't be the Beastman without that. When you have an upgrade with this name, you know you're playing the Beastman.
Alright. Alright, pack Ice Bay. How original of a name. Alright. And send Kazrak the One-Eye over to Bay of Blades.
Man, the Empire really likes Norska this time. And they've colonized the whole thing.
I think they've colonized everything over here. Like literally all this is pure Empire.
Well, they managed to confederate the whole thing, so...
It's crazy. Man, he's got to rest for a turn. Recoup.
Kills. From the next game, this place will be basically the center of the map, if they do what I think they do.
Ah, fuck.
Oh, guilt.
Yeah, it's double.
Yeah,
I can't win that one.
No, against that, no.
Damn it. Sorry, Nathan. You died.
His time came. What can you do?
What can you do with a drunken sailor? What can you do with a drunken sailor? Gone on in the morning.
Give him more booze, that's what he'll do.
Why is this Pyrrhic? Well, he's got 4 heroes, so there's that.
And he has a lot of artillery. Oh, not actually not a lot.
He's got gyrocopters, flame cannons, goblobbers, gudge throwers, bolt throwers. There's a lot there.
A lot of bombs. That's.
I can retrain those minotaurs real quick.
Yeah, it's gonna be annoying to fight them. At least you kill them, so.
So where was Nathan the femboy? Oh, that's right, he was over here. Really, I'm kind of surprised that they didn't try to. Oh crap! I forgot to train a unit for him. Whatever.
Go kill Shaitis.
Damn it! Can I camp? Oh, apparently I cannot. Fuck. That's stupid.
Chaos!
No. Alright, just put him also in camp, boom, and patrol, boom. Alright, Kataknon, Ritual Ruin. Damn it. Alright. How much have you recouped? Still needs another turn for a full recoup, then we'll take on Gizaru. But I will revive or increase. I'll get one of my lords back. Doing both. Alright, this will be the new Nathan the Femboy. I'll have to rename him.
Ugh. Oh, that name.
Canny senses, out of hand. There. So that means when he recruits his Ungors or his Gores, he'll have plenty of a buff for them. Make them tougher. Stronger. Alright, there we are. Excuse me. So much going on, oh my god.
Upgrades, upgrades, more upgrades.
That's pretty much what it is, just going around making sure everybody is somewhat tangibly tough. Okay, I moved them. What have I not moved yet? Who have I not moved yet? You got it. Now I can attack the bay. Attack, Ice Bay! Attack! Raise it to the ground. Raid a herdstone, we raised a herdstone. It's gotta here we go, 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 go. Mothralnir. Let's see, what do you need? I don't really need anything. Spit fear, I suppose. Alright. Bjomling's gathering. Just up further north. See another lord over here. Bay of Blades. You can also raise a herdstone there. All the herdstones. Upgrades, get another army capacity. Boom. And that means I recruit a lord over. See, is it more crucial to recruit another lord over here and continue to take this territory? Or would it be more advantageous to recruit another lord back down here and have 3 stack on 3 stack? I don't know. It's either another lord here, or another lord to the north. We'll do another one to the north. Horn's Fury or Confident.
Leadership is always good, but I'm not sure if it's that crucial this point.
Yeah, don't jinx it now. Voice of the Dark Gods. There. We're gonna name this guy Nathan the Femboy. Boom. Yeah, he's been revived. Brought back from the brink.
Reborn. He's
And
back from the dead.
the other new lord. What are we gonna name you? Tang. That's spelled. Tangular.
T-A-N-T.
The Hulk. Tangular the Hulk.
Yeah, that'd work. Mad and big.
An absolute mad lad. Zeronox, hey! Your beard is so great, I'm jealous of it. Well, thank you. It's really scraggly sometimes, but I enjoy it. It's well crafted. I fertilize it every day with the blood of my enemies. That's why it's so red. Welcome, how you doing? Zeronox. Zeronix? I don't know if I mispronunciated your name, I apologize. How you doing? Blah, 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 blah. Alright, so I can't recruit anymore. Is there anything worth doing before I move on? I still have some dread left. There's really nothing there I want to do. The 2 new armies is probably wise to increase the cap of Ungors. I don't know if I needed to do that, but just in case.
It's always fun to have extra.
Yeah. Other than that, I think I've played everybody. Yeah, everybody's been moved. Oh, Morgur's got to recover one more turn. He hasn't been moved, but other than that. Let's see. The Frenchies are retaking this area, and they already retook some of the forest area, which pisses me off.
This is ill-considered.
Ill-considered. Speaking of Frenchiness. Yeah, I think I moved everybody.
Wait.
Right.
French and elves. No, French elves.
It's fine. This is Nux. It's fine. I am good. Thanks for asking. First time on your stream, and I am liking it. I was trying to catch you live for a few days now. Oh, that's nice. Last couple days, we were supposed to do a D&D game yesterday, but there was some I had to do early this morning, which I did end up getting to do. And another one of our team member, one of my players on the DM, had to bow out as well because he had to get up early as well today. So we were gonna start late, so we decided to postpone. Yeah, this man. Hey, Mom's Den. Yeah, this man can't grow a beard to save his life. Hey, hi. Hi! How you doing? Currently slaughtering the Empire with my beastmen. Been a bit of adventure.
What can I say? Welcome to the madhouse. Hope you enjoy.
Yeah. I can finally hang out here and not worry about spoilers. Yes, because there's no spoilers to be had in Total War Warhammer, unless you balls on and you ask a question about the lore of Warhammer. Although I don't know if you could call it a spoiler.
We need a definition of what spoiler is, because it's getting ridiculous right now.
My understanding, and what I would consider a spoiler personally, I would have to say... A spoiler is when you're directly told an event in an upcoming story that you didn't know. Like, flat out. All details just given to you. That's like the easiest way to understand spoilers. A lot of people, for some reason, can include context stuff. Like, little subtext stuff. Like, oh, if someone points out little small details, that's spoiling. Like, it's weird. A lot of people a lot of people, especially on the internet, are super like, this is a spoiler. Because I...
The thing is,
what? Because I
the
mentioned
thing
the
is, if you are
location.
in,
Now you're good.
okay, just finish your sentence. I forgot what I was gonna say actually.
Yes, it worked. I tricked him. He doesn't know what to say.
Speaking of the devil, here's Ball.
Hey, Ball. How you doing? How you doing, sexy man?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good.
How's the old man saying?
I'm resting.
Can you call him
After a
old?
hard day.
Isn't that kind of like the pot calling the kettle black?
Well, we old people can call each other old. We don't.
Yeah, it's legal.
Yeah.
Yes,
when young
I'm
people call us
old.
old, that's crossing the line then.
Yeah.
Yes, I may be old, but I'm my own variation of old, you young whippersnappers. I wasn't pointing at you. I just can't watch your MSQ until I get past you, if I ever do. You probably will at this rate. I have been slow to get back on the roll of Stormblood MSQs. It's been been really busy on the back end here, trying to get some miniature designs done, trying to get more lore written up. It's been hectic. Well, all I am doing last week is consuming Warhammer lore, so by all means, bring it on. I'm not the person to ask, because as it stands, if you're looking for Warhammer 40k lore, I'm the guy to ask. I will definitely give myself that credit. I used to do lore for that on YouTube, but for Warhammer Fantasy, I don't know what it is. I've known I just never got into it. Like sci-fi has always been my bread and butter. That's probably why. Like I like technology. I like technological advancements and stuff like that. I like the aesthetic of sci-fi has always appealed to me more. Not that I don't like fantasy. I love fantasy. I love Lord of the Rings. I love the aesthetic of Warhammer Fantasy for sure. It's just something about it never like hooked me. The most that's ever hooked me is my curiosity about the Book of Grudges and the Dwarfs lore.
There's some good lore to fantasy.
Oh, I don't doubt that.
A book that requires its own series of books just to be able to manage it, it's something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, wasn't there, like, there are Book of Grudges, like, individual books of Grudges, and then there is the Book of
Yeah,
Grudges.
the great book,
the
which
great
the High
book.
King.
The
Yeah.
great.
Well, yeah, which is basically unmovable at this point.
Well, it's quite funny because each clan has a Book of Grudges. Then it goes to the clan's king. They have a book, and then it goes to then it goes to the High King, which then and each time it goes up, they all get added into the next book.
Yeah.
So they rewrite the Book of Grudges every time?
Well, they
Well, they
just
just
add
add.
more.
Yeah, the thing is, no grudge is ever forgotten.
Ever?
No, that's it. Nope, never.
Nope. They have grudges from, like,
Thousands of years ago.
yeah, the war with the elves is basically the one grudge that still persists. They still haven't forgotten about that.
Nor should they.
Yeah.
Wait, am I ambushing them? Or are they ambushing me?
I think you're ambushing them.
Check if you click on the little map button on the bottom, in the middle, bottom left.
Scout
you got a
terrain?
little- Yeah. If you click on that, it'll show you the battlefield.
Oh, yeah,
It is-
yeah, apparently I'm ambushing them. Really? Like, I just went up and attacked them. I didn't, like, go back. What? Okay.
Yeah, but you're like the Skaven, you get an ambushing movement.
Oh,
if I
okay.
remember correctly.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, that's one of the annoying abilities of them just ambushing everything and everyone.
That means I'll just
Mhm.
spawn everything I have on top of their artillery and then work my way to the front.
Basically, yeah.
Their artillery is now useless. How fantastic.
Oh god,
Oh,
they've
God.
got organ guns.
Yeah, you need to, that's why this is beneficial. You know, Oh,
Dee-da-dee-da-dee-da.
boy.
Oh. If you
That's
don't silence
danger
those,
close.
If you don't silence those organ guns early, they will tear you to pieces.
Well, good news. I'm going to put. Oh, I
Any
literally could.
missile units?
Not in this army, but I have 3 other stacks that are going to be spawning in.
Oh, those gyrotops are gonna have fun.
There's more coming, so he'll be fine.
Let's see here. Get my Jabber Scythe. Just for good measure, let's also put the Jabber Scythe on here. Over here, boom. There's pretty much all my heavy hitters right along the row.
I love organ guns. It's such a shame to see them die.
Uh,
They've won me
well.
so many battles.
I don't call it a
That's why
shame,
you
I
avoid
call it
ambush.
a reward. Alright, and we're gonna put him over here. Just walloping them with rocks. While everybody else has some fun. Cryface, I just realized that you cannot play dwarves in the Eye of the Vortex campaign. Yeah,
Yes.
I'm not a huge fan.
No, actually, wrong there, actually, now. You
Oh,
can actually play the
oh, you
dwarves
can?
in the Eye of the Vortex. Yes,
Oh, you
with
can.
the new Lord. If you buy the new DLC, Dwarf
Oh, yeah,
Lord,
you have to buy it. That explains it.
yeah. More money. Give us money.
Give us the money. Profit.
Yep.
Okay, let's see. Let's put all 3 of my
Let's-
lords right there.
Actually, was he... Is he actually a paid Lord or is he free LC?
Alright. So I
Why have I
got.
got a feeling he was free LC?
Alright. Get on
Nick
top of
look
those
fucker.
organ guns yesterday. And for good measure, you also get on top of the organ guns. I forgot to group these guys up. Fuck.
Just charge them up.
That's the idea, Chief. Alright, and we'll just group all the monsters together. Boom.
Like, what's your tactic? Charge. And then? What do you mean then? Charge. That's it. Just charge.
What the hell? Get in there. What the fuck are you doing? Finally had one straggler randomly.
They got lazy.
Alright, organ guns are thoroughly fucked.
Something's hitting your minotaurs in the front really hard.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's...
Oh, Thoric Ironbrow is a free LC Lord. So, if you just go in and download the expansion with Thoric Ironbrow, you can play dwarves in Eye of Vortex campaign. So he starts down in South Lustria. No. No, he doesn't. He starts down near Archon the Black. Down that end of the world. If I remember correctly.
Alright.
Wait, I think those were mining charges that almost wiped out one of your units.
Possibly?
Dwarves with mining charges, why not?
Is it that, or have they got iron breakers with satchel charges?
Yeah, that was what I meant. That was what I meant actually. I
I,
just couldn't remember the name of the unit.
Oh, that's right. They have slayers, don't they? Yeah, that's why. I was wondering why why I hadn't gotten the victory thing yet. There we go. That took a minute.
Yeah, Slayers.
Fucking slayers. I refuse to lose. Okay, well I want you to lose. I refuse. Kills. That's still
an
not
immense,
done.
an immense unit that's so underpowered in the game.
Oh god.
Ah,
On tabletop, they were a freaking nightmare. to get rid of when you're fighting against them.
Speaking of, did you
Yeah.
did you see the? I printed off some one-page rules dwarves. They look really cool. Yeah, I took no losses on it.
Yeah, I think I've got them. I just haven't printed them out yet.
I have. They're really nice. I think I might do doing my own variation of that kind, because actually it might be easier to sculpt. Because it's I've looked them over several times and I'm kind of been eyeballing them, just kind of looking around. And in terms of geometric shapes, there's actually very little I have to worry about with these.
Yeah. Just they got a lot of chainmail, which you said was a pain.
It is, but in the time I save on not having to make like more human level design, I can save that for doing a chainmail type sculpt.
Nice.
First I lose him to crafting, now I lose him to Warhammer. Losing to Warhammer. You can't seem to play the same game at the same time ever. Happens. Yeah, Warhammer is great, but I mostly the reason I like streaming is I like having my friends come on, just chatting with them while I play the game in the background. That's the reason I stream it so much, is I get that hangout time, and get to chat with the lovely chat as always. Ha ha ha.
Always fun.
Alright. Alright, so we beat the fuck out of those dwarves. Wait, they get to run?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why?
because they had units with plenty of health left.
Well,
If you chase them down, you would have been destroyed.
When you attack, I think you need to take to wipe them out. You've got to take them down, so I think 10% health. Well, 10% model, sorry. It's the model count, not the health, that counts.
How are you enjoying FF these days? I am enjoying it quite a bit. I've spent a lot of time grinding out MGP in the Gold Saucer lately. I do PvP from time to time just because I enjoy it. A lot of frontline grind. Other than that, I haven't been doing too much. I mean, compared to where you are in the story, I'm over halfway through Stormblood, and that's been a lot of fun. Stormblood has been very interesting, very captivating. It is. I definitely see where people are coming from when they say it's not as good as it's not as good as Heavensward. It's a good follow up, but it's just it had one hell of an act to follow, and it's a little bit disconnected. I definitely see where other people are coming from when they say stuff like that to me, because going through it myself right now, I kind of agree. It's parts of it drag a little bit. But for the most part, it's still engaging, still enjoyable, and still better story than anything WoW's put out in the last 10 years. So, winner, chicken dinner there.
At first, when you sent me those pictures, I thought they were the ones you'd sculpted.
Hmm? Oh, no,
The dwarves. When I first saw them, I was like, "Ooh, you finished already?"
No, I'm still working on. And mine have different dimensions. Here. I want to start a dwarf army, not because I think I'll actually get to play any games with them, but it'd be fun to paint up some dwarves in like the old school Warhammer style.
Old school style. Bright, vibrant colours.
Mm-hmm.
Bright and very vibrant.
None of this heavy shading and all that rubbish.
Oi.
So the shading. Brighter colours.
Like neon, like so powerfully glowing, you can see it from across the room.
Have you ever seen the like painted armies from like 2nd and 3rd edition?
I have not.
The different. You look at like how the painting style and paints have actually changed over the years. You look up like Space Wolves, for example. They were a lot more blue in the grey back in the day.
Blue in the gray back in the day. Sorry, couldn't help myself.
Yeah, but there's a massive difference in the painting.
Well, of course, they need to update the painting because they need to sell more paint.
Yes, we need the silver paint.
Actually, I might try my hand at painting if I ever get one of my pre-orders I did. I got a certain game, a certain hard game got a tabletop Kickstarter, and I invested some money in it. And it's supposed to arrive with miniatures and stuff, so I might try and paint them, but the whole box set is about like £52, so I'm not sure how I'm gonna.
52 pounds as in weight?
Yeah.
Damn.
That's the game with all the expansions.
Nice.
What's the game?
Darkest Dungeon.
Ah, okay.
They did a Kickstarter, and yeah, they're producing it now.
Screw it. They got no artillery.
Yeah.
I'll just do this one. I hate the unit. I fundamentally hate sieges in this game, but at that same notion, this is a really easy siege.
Sometimes we need to get you to play a Siege in Medieval 2 or something like that.
Yeah.
To actually check out a proper siege.
Or Rome.
Well, we
The
can do
original
one of
Rome.
those. If we gather enough people for a proper siege brawl, that would be fun.
Oh yeah. Tell you what though, playing Rome and doing river crossings is fun.
There's one fucking gate.
I mean, yeah.
Really?
The thing is, look at the city behind you and look at what you have to play with, and it's like, why?
Yeah.
They barely
look
get
at
to
the
do
back of the
anything. What the hell? This is horrible. Who designed this?
Yeah, look at that castle in the back left, though.
It's all just
man.
decoration.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is
And look,
pitiful.
the towers on the
Wait.
inner walls. Look at the towers, and it's like, why can't I use them?
Wait, hang on. Is that the map that has a hole in the wall with one side?
No. That's not the waterfall. That's not the
Oh no.
the
Okay.
one with the.
Yeah, because that
Yeah,
was
there's massive holes in the wall with rivers flowing out of them.
yeah. Like the place where you play, the walls are small and climbable. All the rest is basically decoration.
Yeah, like half the walls decoration.
Oh man. Well, you basically attacked that wall, and then 10 meters to the left, there was a massive hole in the wall, and like everyone was like, "Yeah, we'll just ignore that. We'll be cordial."
That was when I was playing. If you remember, I showed you.
Yeah,
that
I
one.
know. I know. I think I noticed that, and I told it to you. Oh boy.
This is just sad.
Yeah. The convoy of doom.
That's gonna eat a lot of damage from the towers.
Oh yeah, but there, I just recently leveled up Morgard to his bestial ability, which gives him gives everything in his army for monsters, which includes Jabberscythe and Gorgon, as well as Chaos Spawn. Gives them resistance to, gives them plus 15 resistance to missile, gives them plus 15% to damage. Pretty much just buffs them a lot. So
Nice.
they're tankier than average.
Morga. He's the Mortis Engine one, isn't he? Yeah, he's the Mortis Engine one.
Uh-huh. Just go in and start destroying everyone passively.
Mm-hmm. Does he actually have to be in combat, or does he just have to be close by?
I think he has to be engaged in combat. I can't remember now.
Why can I not use that ability?
No, he doesn't look. They
Oh.
were taking. You could have literally just
Oh,
stood
yeah.
Morga just outside the walls and killed everything.
Oh boy.
Look at. If you look at Morga's damage,
Oh!
you could actually see freaking how much he's.
I didn't know he could
how
do
quick
that.
he's- Yep.
And of course, the
Yeah.
terrible unit pathing as always.
Yeah, Morga
Oh, yeah, the
will
Shatterstone,
kill
yeah.
everything. Morga will kill everything on his own.
Uh-huh.
Look at all the damage he's ticking out.
I want to imagine in lore that it's actually his smell. He just walks around and everyone dies out of the horrid stench.
Mind you, the worst part is if you actually kill Morga.
This is entirely hilarious to me. Run away, Frenchies!
All those knights with their pokey sticks.
Oh god. How much damage has Morga done this game so far?
Lost track.
A lot.
I mean, if you click on his unit card and then just put your mouse cursor over where the kills are, it'll tell you how much damage he's dealt.
Oh, whoops. There we go. Let's see. He's got 137 kills so far.
Yeah, if you put your mouse cursor over that, it'll actually tell you put my teeth back in. How much potential damage, how much damage, and how much real damage he's done.
Damage
It's
dealt
just insane.
17,468.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He basically wiped an entire army by himself.
Yeah, he got the most kills out of the whole army.
I wonder why.
And that's
That's
compared.
it.
And he entered the fray later than the Gorgons and the Jabberslythe combined.
Yeah, because he only has to be in a certain range, and basically his stench just kills people.
Awesome.
He basically needs to stay there and look smug.
I remember when Mortis engines used to be able to do that before when you didn't actually have to have them in combat. So freaking hilarious.
He just zoomed around the battlefield, killing everything.
Yeah. Oh, I love the part where you had a siege and you just drove a Mortis engine up to the walls and just killed everything on the walls and they couldn't do a thing about it.
Good old times.
And then they nerfed them. And I became sad.
Bestial Butchers is the ability I was talking about. 15 missile resistance to Castbomb, Minotaurs, Giants, Jabberslythe, the Gorgons. Plus 5 melee attack to Castbomb, Minotaurs, Giant, Jabberslythe, Gorgon units. And plus 12% for Castbomb, for weapon strength, Minotaurs. And I maxed out his Freakish Mutations, which also gives them plus 8 for melee attack and plus 12% weapon strength for all those same units. So he's buffing. His meme army is buffed to hell and back. Let's see, what are we looking at for units here? Is he training the maxis can? Yeah, he is, okay. Damn. Camp there. She moved you guys, right? Let's see here. More celeb. See here. Okay, so move them the mesh that I can. So, Ball.
Yeah.
Law question.
Okay.
What's okay? How do the Bretonnians fit? Bretonnians and how do all the human factions kind of fit in here? roughly?
Thousands of years ago, humans crossed the World Mountains. Some settled in what's now known as the Empire, and some settled in Bretonia. The ones of the Empire basically were all amalgamated by Sigmar, but the ones that went over the mountains that settled Bretonia, now called Bretonia, basically went, nope, we ain't joining you. But humans have been around a lot longer than the Bretonians and the Empire. It's like the Khemri is one of the oldest, but basically they got wiped out by Nagash.
Yeah,
Nearly enough. There's still a few proper Khemris left, not handfuls.
Too few to actually bother with.
Nippon and Cathay, they've been around a lot longer than both Bretonia and the Empire. But the humans are one of the youngest races.
Youngest, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've not been around very long. So nothing compared to the dwarves, elves, and lizardmen, because they actually knew the old ones.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay, so the follow-up question to that would be, is there any relation between them and the dwarves? It seems, or elves.
Relation?
Like, are they like an evolution or de-evolution of them?
No, they're just a completely
different species.
So they just happen to all be bipedal and have similar features?
The old ones are pretty much the same as from 40k, if you read the all in general. How in 40k, that original race and what have you was one seeding the universe and what have you with races.
Right, yeah.
Genetic engineering. If you read between the lines, they're pretty much the same beings.
Yeah, they disappeared in space, so
yeah.
Guess that.
Basically, when the realms of when the Chaos Gates collapsed and Chaos just started running rampant all over the world, the old ones basically just went, "Fuck this shit, I'm out."
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Well, the Chaos Gods are basically the same in both universes.
So okay, so that then a question between 40k. Has GW ever connected the two universes, like that they're part of the same?
There were hints.
There was a story, a fantasy story, and where somebody goes into the Chaos Gate, and while they're in there, they met a warrior, a giant warrior in silver grey armor.
So
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We all know one silver grey armored guy running around in the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hinted at it being him, but he's never actually named. Because they even state that he could use magic. But like I say, it was one of those not very well known stories that they released.
They don't want to link them because they want to keep them separate, but they still like hint.
Yeah,
that's
every now and again.
That's why people joke that Sigmar just basically came from 40k and created the Sigmarines.
Well, one of the very old theories that used to float around, I'm talking 20 years ago plus, was that Sigmar was one of the Lost Primarchs.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, he was a giant barbarian. He was a giant of a man.
It could make sense. A part of me thinks it'd be cool if the two universes had that kind of, like, they ended up being in the same universe and Warhammer all took place maybe like just on one medieval planet.
Yeah.
But another part of me is here's the thing, if I ever did Warglaive fantasy, I would not have the two universes connected. Like not like that. Maybe core themes would be transferred over. There'd be elements of one that would transfer to the other, but in terms of them being in the same realm, same universe, I would want to keep them separate.
The thing is with Warhammer 40k and Fantasy, for as many hints as they put as in they are the same, there's just as many that they're not.
Well,
It's kind of a nobody knows kind of thing, which is one of the things that I always enjoyed about it, the not knowing.
You need to remember also that 40k is basically Warhammer fantasy in space. Like, they started with that premise and then they went from that.
Yeah.
So they don't really want to link them because they'll just say, we basically copied that whole thing.
Yeah, well, there's that, but even if you put that aside, I think that the moment that you fundamentally confirm and connect that they're in the same realm, it's gonna rob one of the other, like one of the other's themes, and I think sci-fi being inherently futuristic, if you end up confirming that they're in the same universe, it's now going to rob all the events and all the core elements of Warhammer Fantasy of its fantasy, because now you know it's in a sci-fi universe. Now you know that oh wait,
yeah.
if they open just the right warp portal, if they somehow are able to get in contact with the Imperium, all this shit will be solved with weapons and exterminatus and bullshit. It inherently, that will be in the back of everyone's mind. That it's kind of like my problem with World of Warcraft, right? The thing that pissed me off the absolute most about World of Warcraft is when they added sci-fi elements with the Draenei, especially in the Legion expansion. I hated that. I hated that. I still hate it. I hate the fact that the Legion are basically an alien race that are traveling everywhere with technology. Yeah, it's crystalline technology, so it's somehow still fantasy. No, it's not. No, it's fucking not. That's sci-fi. For me, that took a giant sniper shot at the whole genre, even really calling it fantasy. Yeah, it also made everything. Like, if you played a warrior or a paladin, or if you played anything that's like a melee class, you just end up asking yourself, like, shit, they have giant lasers that knock out planets. I'm wielding a fucking dagger. Like, that's in my opinion, if you want to kill your fantasy universe, connect it to anything sci-fi. The moment you do that, is the moment you murder. You take it out back, you say, look at the flowers, and you blow its brains out. The concept of it being fantasy.
Games Workshop did.
Well, yeah, we know.
And then they called it Age of Shipmarks.
Oh, yeah.
You don't do that.
Actually,
if you want something to stay fantasy, don't ever, like, sci-fi is great. I love sci-fi, but it's kind of like a tainting corruption. If you hint or connect that something is sci-fi, you immediately open up that door that's going to be at the back of everyone's mind during every conflict or problem. Oh, why don't we just get the giant planet-destroying laser? Oh, why don't we just get a giant thing in space and start dropping down bombs and shit?
Well,
that'll be at everyone's minds.
Does Skaven have nuked the planet a few times?
Yeah, but that's a Skaven, and they operate on the rule of ridiculous.
Yeah, the thing is, Skaven-type technology isn't sci-fi, though. I'd say it's closer to a more modern age, and it's still rough and rugged tech. They still fit the aesthetic of fantasy, though, because not only is their race like a bunch of rat men, but also their technology is all really rough, rugged, and scrapped together. And it's not powered by like anything technological. It's powered by warpstone. It's powered by...
They did build a spaceship.
Yeah.
That's
and fired it into the moon and blew the moon up.
That's too far.
No, the second
that's
moon,
sci-fi.
Yeah, the second moon.
Not the original moon, the green moon.
That's sci-fi, and yeah, that's jumping the shark.
Well, it's...
I don't know how you're gonna argue away this. That's jumping the shark. I don't care who you are.
Well, the thing is,
the Skaven saw the second moon and thought,
when you have technological races like that in fantasy, it can work. Like the dwarves, making like muskets and making like flintlock. You could still have higher quote unquote technology in medieval and still make it work. But the thing is, once you make it like refined like space age shit,
Well, let's. Okay, when we say spaceship, don't imagine anything refined. Imagine a tube with
Well,
a
no,
scale
but the
in
very fact that you can get a rocket into space, that's space age. Whether it's rough and
Well-
rugged, it's still
Well, if you-
that's still one step out of fantasy and into sci-fi.
I would argue with that because that was not a rocket. That was basically a big bomb that
Yeah,
exploded slowly enough.
they basically just developed a huge bomb and then exploded warpstone underneath it in order to fire it into space,
Yeah.
basically.
Their idea was to go to the moon and basically bring the moon down because Warpstone.
Yes, more warpstone.
Yeah. The whole city of Mordheim can attest to what happens after that.
Basically, early doors during the first Great War against Chaos, a second moon appeared above the planet.
A moon?
Yes,
Yeah.
a second moon. A green moon.
Made entirely out of Warpstone.
Yeah, which is basically concentrated warp energy.
And that is
Basically,
why
it's
when
that
they have a
concentrated,
moon,
it's turned solid.
and when they have a moon eclipse and the green moon is up, well, strange things happen.
Mm-hmm. Very
Uh-huh.
strange things. Like mutants just randomly being born and people perfectly fine and suddenly start springing a second arm, or a third arm, or a fourth arm. You know, you're just doing your shopping, next minute another head springs out of your chest.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Ratmen just start exploding from the ceilings and walls and everything. Everywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
no, it's a Tuesday.
Ah, I mean that's the whole Empire joke of Ratman in the basement. Like, there's no Ratman in the basement. But I don't care. There's no Ratman in the basement.
Mm-hmm.
But they want me to call Inquisitor because I'm gonna call Inquisitor. Shut up. There's no Ratman in the basement.
It's a witch hunter, not inquisitor. Wrong
Oh.
universe.
Oh yes, of course.
Oh, sorry,
Well, they
it's
have
so different.
Inquisitors as well. They do have Inquisitors as well, as far as I remember.
I don't remember any inquisitors. Warrior priests, witch hunters. I think
Okay,
they
maybe-
serve the...
Maybe I'm mixing something up. Yeah. That's the thing. They're so similar that.
But there's still no Ratman. They don't exist.
Yeah, that's a shame.
What?
Except in
No.
Bretonia. Bretonia
No.
do believe they exist.
Yeah, well, peasant. No one cares about peasants. Like, oh yeah, Ratman in the walls. Yeah, who cares?
This can never come.
L'un kill.
But Bretonia has more problems with orcs than they do anything else.
Those Ratmen. Like, that's the thing. Even they don't know how far the tunnels spread.
Oh, I love the fact that the Ratmen are actually the one race who actually save the world.
Oh yeah.
I do.
When Nagash.
Narratively, I do think that's kind of entertaining.
Well-
During the war with Nagash, when he was actually still alive, he captured the king of all Khemri and had him held prisoner. The Ratmen went in, freed him, gave him a warp stone sword, which was capable of killing Nagash, but would also kill the king, and broke him out of prison and took him to the Nagash's throne room.
Yeah, and that was all because Nagash just told him, no more ropes.
Yeah, because Nagash refused to give them warpstone.
Yeah, basically out of spite.
I respect
Like
that.
saving the world with spite.
Also, what is it with Bretonia and making settlements that only have one goddamn gate?
What do you mean, what is Bretonia? That's every settlement.
No, that's bullshit. There's many, like, if you, Skaven, you take on Skaven, they have like 3. Take on Orcs, they have 3. Take on Empire, they have 3. Bretonia, we have
But-
one fucking gate.
That's the level of settlements.
Yeah.
Playing part. You are fighting first level settlements, so. But actually, that settlement is a bit more advanced in strategic point of view. They have levels.
Alright, so
Jeez.
coming from somebody who's worked in indie development, these tents are really lazy. And they're literally, like, I'm sorry, I gotta call out the devs. Guys, this is not coming from an ignorant player's perspective. I've helped develop games, okay? This is lazy.
Oh, no,
It's a pyramid It's literally a pyramid primitive that they put on textures.
No, you want to see something really fucking janky? Get one of your units and run it into them. And watch what happens.
Yeah.
Seriously, they zoomed in and run over it. Oh, look, a dwarf one.
Oh, that's okay. That's a random one. The Empire, then dwarf. Like, all right.
Yeah, I don't want to be a dick, but come on, guys. At least try and make them look a little rounded, a little warped. That is literally just a pyramid primitive that you threw on textures on. That is
Where's
so
the
lazy.
temp poles? Where's the poles?
Apparently, nowhere to be found.
Where's the poles? Where's the opening? Where's
Anything.
that top part basically can shave.
To be fair, if they're gonna be lazy, this is like the thing to be lazy with. But it does kind of take out your immersion, especially if you're someone like me who's like, I can count the number of faces that are on this polygon. 1, 2, 3, 4. I would be shocked if they have any more than that for subdivisions on those geometry.
Yeah, and also they're all the same. They're completely
they're identical. Like they took one, they plastered on the texture, and then they just copy and pasted it everywhere and trying to make it look like if you zoom out, yeah, it looks good if you zoom out. Don't zoom in because you. This is the thing is it's not even because I have a trained developer eye for 3D design. No, you don't need to be. Just it's literally
look
just.
at those stairs as well, by the way.
Huh?
Yeah,
Behind you.
look at the stairs.
Look at the stairs behind you. Yeah, just the wall, just the. Oh, jeez.
Oh god, those stairs.
They're better than the tents, but the hell,
I mean,
they're kind of lopsided. What the hell?
yeah, it's like they took a stair design and they just stretched it and laid it over a flatter surface.
And pretty
that
much,
worked.
it doesn't look like it should be there. That's like you can see where it cuts really sharply.
Yeah.
It does not look like it should be there.
It's like at the moment you zoom in, you see so many things.
Yeah.
Also, the texture right next to the stairs, which is just one and the same repeated pattern over and over again.
Well, I get it, the point is you have to be zoomed out anyway, so I suppose I can't totally dish it too much because it's not like they're expecting a lot of people to go over everything with a monocle.
Let's zoom in. Why?
Alright, we'll get them out of front, get Morgar right there.
I'm thinking about starting a Skaven campaign again. Should I continue my Tretch campaign?
I don't know. But you know that I actually love the lore of the Ish clan. They just appeared one day. I was like, where were you? East. Okay. Why did you do that? There. We became ninjas.
Out of the lore, I probably enjoy Pestilence.
Yeah.
And Scryer. And Deshin. They're my three favourites.
I mean, Pestilence is fun just that you know that the Lord is so hideous that his first
busting
general...
in the door.
What was it? What was the Plague Priest called again?
I can't remember what the actual main one's called, but Skrulk was the one that actually saw him. And Skrulk is like his second in command. And just by looking at him, he literally clawed his own eyes out. Because he was so horrifying to look at.
Yeah. And Skrulk is not of the looker either.
Well, let's put it this way, a Plague Marine would probably take a look at Skrulk and go, holy, holy!
Like, that shit's ugly.
Yeah, when a Plague Marine calls you ugly, you know, God, what?
Well, the thing is, Skrulk's skin, all of his skin is constantly falling off, his bones, just liquefying and falling off. It's just he's like regenerating.
Yeah, he's just regenerating constantly, and it's. Oh, that's.
Which always made me wonder, why haven't his eyes regenerated?
Well, that's because he doesn't want them to regenerate. He decided that he saw the perfection of plague and disease, and he's like, nope, I'm out. those are out of here.
Yep.
Oh, I'll be damned.
Look at the tents. This is rope.
The exploding tents.
Yeah. Also, didn't he have a book with all the diseases, like the black
Yeah, the plagues. Yeah, all the plagues that he's developed.
It's basically, if you open this book, there are many people dying just by opening it.
Yeah, every plague that the Skaven have ever developed, written down inside that book.
They have a list.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
You know you've developed a lot of that shit when you have to keep a list.
Well,
I
let's
mean,
put
when
it this
they
way,
have to
the
deal with-
book is nearly as big as Skrulk.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, by
When
the
they
way,
have to deal with Nagash and the things. Yeah.
Okay. I recently dropped. I've been saving some money on the side from helping out a friend with his just kind of side business. I saved up about $300, and I dipped into my savings a little bit, and I got another Anycubic Mono X.
Nice.
3D printer. So now I have 2 of them. So when I start doing miniature production, I could do it pretty effectively. Plus, I have the Vox.
Lucky.
Huh?
You lucky son of a gun.
Would you call it luck when it's hard work?
Nah.
If you're lazy,
Still.
yeah. I need to figure out a way to mount my microphone closer to my mouth.
Taking deep
You
throat.
try eating it.
You wouldn't like the sound of that, trust me. I need to build a bigger desk. That's what I need to do.
So I took that.
I've never actually played Queek.
Really?
Hmm.
Wouldn't recommend it. Terrible start.
Skrulk's really powerful.
Oh yeah. Well,
Icklet Claw's really powerful.
You get.
Throt's really powerful. So it's between Queek, Tretch, or Snitch.
But you know what they say about snitches?
They assassinate you.
Snitches.
They assassinate you.
Now they get stitches.
No, this
Yeah,
one definitely
on you.
assassinates you.
No, they get stitches, but on you. You get stitches after that. Oh, assassinations. They were so overpowered and then they get nerfed so bad.
Assassinations. Your everyday friendliness. Alright.
God, I forgot how freaking bad Tretch's combat faction effects were.
Yeah. They're a challenge to be sure.
+4 public order whenever a diplomatic treaty is broken. It's like, what?
I mean that. Yeah, but that's so Skaven though.
Yeah, but still, that's so bad.
Oh, the Skaven.
I think I moved everybody, didn't I?
+13 melee attack after retreating when attacked. It's like, really?
Run away! Attack! Run away! Attack!
Hey, we bailed. Now we're back.
I mean, it is very Skaven, but still.
That's the thing. It is extremely Skaven. It just doesn't work.
just no good in the game.
I think it's everybody.
By the way, I think you can actually do fantasy and sci-fi mixed up. You just need to be very careful how you.
Well, no, because the moment you mix
Yeah.
them, if the moment you mix genuine sci-fi with fantasy, you make it sci-fi.
Depends
Oh,
on
it
how
could
you
be
do
high
magic.
fantasy.
Depends on how you do magic. Yeah.
It could be you guys are thinking of something different than I am when I think fantasy and I think sci-fi. But if you mix
Maybe.
the two, I fundamentally think you turn. It always
I think
turns into sci-fi.
See, to me, it depends on the balance.
Yeah.
If there's a lot more fantasy elements but very tiny amounts of sci-fi, then to me it'd still be fantasy because it's majority fantasy.
It might majorly be fantasy, but it won't ever feel like it again. Because you have those sci-fi elements that are gonna present those 1,000,001 questions, especially if you have like, if you have like spaceships. If spaceships get involved in the mix, immediately that's gonna be a question every time there's a conflict. Like, oh, there's a conflict.
dude.
Why is it the ship not dropping nukes?
Oh,
Oh, hey, why we have lasers in space? Why aren't we using those?
well, magical shields.
Eh?
I mean,
Magical shields. Why are the magical shield more advanced than the laser gun? Why is it the laser gun isn't
yeah.
powerful enough to break through the magic? What's
Because
more powerful
magic.
in this universe, magic or lasers? And the lasers,
Well, we
are they powered by magic? If they're powered by magic, why can't they get through a magical field? See where?
Well,
see
well,
the you do you
that-
see
that
the
is-
tumble?
Yeah,
you
but
see the
think-
That
tumbleweed
is why you
here.
need to, that's why you need to be careful what you explain and what you don't explain.
This
and
this
how
is
you-
why I
Well, it's-
say just don't put sci-fi at all.
Yeah.
Like you can put
Yeah.
technology. Like I said, you could put technology, even modern day level technology in fantasy and hold it steady, hold it true. But the moment you add sci-fi, like
Okay, then.
spaceships, Death Star, you know,
okay, then in Warhammer Fantasy, there's a thing called a solar engine,
okay,
Yeah,
right?
how's it
it's a
work?
laser rifle.
Fires a giant freaking energy beam from space
That's
into the
sci-fi.
ground, right?
Yeah,
Is it?
Is it? Because it's magic.
I'd still call that it's in space.
Well, that's in Warhammer Fantasy. That's why there
yeah,
isn't there.
I'd say that's sci-fi.
But it's magic.
It
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
okay,
it's a
let's-
space element to it.
Let's. Okay, so you say space makes it sci-fi. That's what you're saying.
Not universally, but in that particular case, it doesn't really matter what powers it. The fact that it's literally basically a mini Death Star in space. And whether it's
But
powered
you
by
are-
magic or not, it comes off as a sci-fi element.
Um,
It's kind of like how the Force, even though the Force in Star Wars is fantasy, factually, it doesn't feel like it because it's inherently connected to a sci-fi element, which is the whole universe. It's kind of like the reverse of
well, now the Force is not really magical because it.
that. It is. I don't
I
acknowledge
would
the medical. I don't acknowledge the Metachlorian bullshit.
No, not from a medical perspective.
Okay,
the original Force.
It's magic. Like you literally conjure lightning.
Yeah. I can tell you how to do that without magic.
Static electricity. Yeah.
No, not static electricity. There are other ways.
Okay. How do you conjure lightning bolt level electricity from your hands with no technology?
Well, there are. There are things called electric eels, right?
Okay, we're not electric eels. How does a human being like Palpatine conjure lightning bolts, which not even an eel can produce, from his hands as a projectile?
Let's say if hyperspace exists in the Star Wars universe, from purely scientific point of view, if hyperspace exists, then it is totally possible that some people just evolve the ability to tap into hyperspace, basically the same thing as warp and psychers. So it can be explained similarly. It's just on a different level. So you get energy through a higher dimension. and you call it the Force because it's over. It basically covers the whole universe. That's a scientific explanation, and it doesn't require magic.
You're being obtuse.
Oh, let me just say that I really like that for me.
Hey,
you know
Greg.
that quote that.
Hey, Greg.
hello.
Hey, Greg. Kill Team Hungry. What's up, man? I don't. Alright, right defeat. Oh, yeah, it's because it's
Let me just say that I have a favorite quote when it comes to these things, and it is that sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic.
Yep.
So one can turn into the other, and you can play around with it.
Any technology that we can't just... It's like in the ancient days, if you was to go back with a mobile phone to, say, medieval period, they would just believe that was magic.
Uh-huh.
Because it's something that is completely alien and unknown.
Like,
Yes,
you can
but when
write
we
a
talk
story
about
where
it,
there's-
when we talk about it in themes of universes and genres like we have been right here, I'm talking about a bit more than a fundamental, like, what we understand to be sci-fi and what we understand to be fantasy, I don't think can blend. Not if we're talking proper sci-fi. If we're talking high-tech, like if you can add technology and mix in some magical elements into it, into a fantasy universe, it's still fantasy. The moment we get space-age missiles in space dropping down nukes in a fantasy universe, in my opinion, it invites far more problems than any cool elements it may add. Like, at that point, I think you're going to break down the idea that it's a fantasy universe. I don't think it can work, fundamentally. Again, technology, yes. I'll repeat it for the 18th time. Technology, you can fit it in. There's a million and one ways to work it in and still have that fantasy feel, have that medieval kind of feel as well. And even make it crazy. Like, I can actually buy this Skaven dropping nukes, as long as it's not from orbit. Like, if they have maybe their own scrapped-together silos, or they, as you said earlier, they launch it because they put some warpstone under it, which is a magical element, ignite it, and and just try and predict its trajectory from how they detonate it. Shit like that, because of how, like, scrapped together it is, because of how rough it is, and kind of how it's like that still early stages of technological development, because it's like it has that feel and that vibe to it, you can still buy it as medieval. It's kind of that medieval and kind of fantastical elements. Again, the moment we get into space and we have ships in this, hell, in my opinion, the furthest you should ever go technologically is like well-refined airships. Like, with, like, helicopter rotors and everything holding them up. Dwarf stuff like that, I can buy, but for me, that's the farthest you can go. Any further than that, especially if it's refined technology, is sci-fi, and that's always going to have a domino effect on how the rest of the universe feels. Again, I use the biggest example. What killed the fantasy feel for me for World of Warcraft was the moment the Draenei's tech shit was really being ramped up in Legion. And also a little bit in Burning Crusade, but it was much more reserved. Once we saw full-on spaceships shooting at each other in Legion, I stopped giving a shit. It's like, this is sci-fi now. This isn't fantasy. There is a fine line you cannot cross, in my opinion.
Thing is, it's a funny one, because if you actually take Age of Sigmar as fantasy, then technically the lizard men all jumped on a spaceship and buggered off as well.
Technically, yeah, but that's Age of Sigmar, and no one cares about Age of Sigmar, so we can safely ignore that.
I would consider that. I would consider that further ruining their setting.
I would, but there's a lot of people that like it, strangely.
I'll never understand that personally. It's like, if you like those elements, then why not just focus on 40k then? Like get into proper sci-fi instead of because at that point that's what you're into. Like, oh, I love the fact that Lisbon just jumped into a spaceship and left. Okay, then welcome to 40K. This is more honest sci-fi. I don't know. If that happened in Age of Sigmar, I wouldn't even categorize Age of Sigmar as fantasy. If you have shit like that.
Let's just say that some people like two ladies in glassware, so let's not go with what people like, okay?
I like.
I'm just gonna say it allegorically, so no references are made. But I think we all know what
I mean, yeah.
what I'm talking about.
I
So
put it as simple as this.
With...
It's okay to like sci-fi, it's okay to like fantasy, but there's definitely a fine line between one becoming the other.
Okay, we can agree to disagree and just leave it at that. I think we have a different definition of some of the terms, so that's fine.
It's like the definition of high fantasy. There's a lot of different way people would interpret high fantasy.
Yeah, high and low fantasy is a thin line, and no one knows where it is.
Typically, when I think of high fantasy, I think like heavy on the magic, low on the logic.
Not necessarily.
Like I say, this is the thing. It's kind of one of those. It's
that's a debate that has been around for a long time, so we're not going to solve it here. Anyways, speaking of the Empire, I would love to see them Moot getting stomped out.
Kill Samut.
Yes. Put them back where they belong, under 6 feet of ground.
Wait, what? I lost a unit? How?
Goddamn Moot.
No, the halflings are a race that shouldn't exist. Warpstone.
Yeah, you know how you can actually tell if someone is a Warhammer fan, like fantasy fan, old fantasy. If you call something
What's up, Reed?
a hobbit,
how you doing?
Yep. Yeah, they won't blink. If you call them halflings, they start having aneurysms. Like that little difference can do a lot of damage.
So sure of themselves, so confident. What fools are these?
Almost got that 1 million gold.
Almost.
Oh, me or you? And I definitely almost do, like 300,000 short. Well, 240,000-ish short. I'm only a wee bit short, you know. I got this, I ain't worried. Oh, you cunts.
I am a lord of Bretonia. Never.
I am a lord of Bretonia. Never.
They establish a settlement, you destroy it. You establish a settlement, you destroy it.
They're annoying me. Greatly.
Round and round it goes.
I'm currently fighting Estalia.
I got one hell of movement range now, right now, though.
Like a medieval merry-go-round.
La 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 la.
Yeah. I don't know if it's true that they were actually used to train knights. Sounds proper.
What's that?
The merry-go-round, or what is it called? Hang on. A carousel. Or however you pronounce this thing. Goes around with horses on it. I don't know.
I have more. Alex, what's up? How you doing? Sunderland? I try and pronounce your last name every time, but I think I fail.
Yeah. Those kind of names.
The thing that throws me off the most is that O with an X line through it. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be.
Not the J and Y, one after the other, huh?
I just usually think the J is silent in that case.
I don't know. Well, you know what they say, at least it's not French.
Aren't you from that side of the world?
What side of the world?
More northern, Eastern European.
No.
I don't know. I failed geography.
I'm above Greece, man. Like, you know where Greece is? Turkey? I'm above that.
Okay, I memorized all 50 United States. That's about all I need to know.
Yeah, don't lead me up to northern lands. Like, I'll leave that to Arch. I don't need that. I like my son.
Good. Hey, my man, southern.
Baltic boy.
Jutland?
Jutland.
Baltic. Okay. Jutland, Baltic. Okay. And I'm a half-educated American, so.
Well, better than most. At least you know where Europe is.
Yeah. For the most part.
Oh god, yeah. I love that. I love that when there's that American college about places in Europe, and freaking more than 70% of freaking the college said that England was the capital of London.
Which is horrifying, but it's just how bad our education is here.
It's like, yeah, at least they know what England and
like, yeah, we got it the wrong way around, but
give them a map of the Balkans and just let them suffer. That's what I'm going.
It's like 5 points for trying, I guess.
No, I am Danish. Okay, he's Danish. Deutschland.
Denmark.
Denmark. Wait, did you just say Deutschland?
No, that's Germany. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. Close enough, but
I don't know. My goal today is to piss off everybody from that side of the world, so we're on a roll.
Well, we're used to being called other things. Yeah, we call each other other things as well sometimes.
That good old NA education. Hey, to be fair, like, we spent like 3-4 months on the civil rights movement, and let's see, we spent 2 months on civil rights movement and slavery in America, and we spent 3 months in total. If I include the second year, we did basically the same exact course, just call it something different. And we spent like 6 months total if we include both years that we covered, because one was world history and the other one was just general history. Apparently, they're so different because we went over the exact same events. It's like, oh, we're talking about World War II, right? No. We're gonna hyper focus on how horrible Americans were to Native Americans and how horrible we were to. Pretty much that's like history class and world history, which one you take freshman year of high school, the other you take junior year, and they both go pretty much are just about like, hey, you know how you're American, and you're American, yeah, well, feel bad about it because we're just gonna spend a whole bunch of time really painting just how horrible we were in history. Oh yeah, we spent maybe 1 week in world history talking about World War II. Maybe 1 week.
Maybe.
And literally, I can quote verbatim my teacher, because Monday and Tuesday that week, he went over, and he was actually probably my best history teacher. But even he was he stuck to the agenda. He went over for the first 2 days. Us on the Eastern Front, and I'm not sure if I have the right front names. We went over the front we dealt with the actual Japanese, and also D-Day, pretty much is what we went through all in 1 week, and it was rushed as fuck. Like our homework was even rushed. He misspelled several things on our homework sheets. It was such shit. And 1 week, and then the next week, we went back in time to the revolution.
Oh god.
I was like, is there, like, who wrote this course? And he went, I did. I went, you wrote the curriculum? Because I have I would like to introduce you to this thing called organization. Typically, when we're going through history, we can start from this point and end at this point. But typically you don't, like, start in the middle, go back to the beginning, go back to the end, go back to the beginning, then go back to the middle again. You don't. It's called whiplash, and most people are gonna get confused.
Well, what you have? What 300 years of history?
I was gonna say that much today.
Yeah, I mean, imagine having to learn like one of our histories, like, oh yeah, in 300 years BC is like, oh jeez. I start from there.
Well, the thing is, we apparently include English history into our own.
That's not surprising.
And if you take Spanish class, there is a history element to that one as well. So if you take Spanish class, you also learn Mexico's history a little bit.
The conquistadors.
Yeah, you learn a little bit of that. So if you include those, it's more like some of them are the same years, but it's probably more like 400, 500 years.
Yeah, still not 1,300.
What I find hilarious is actually one day we had a substitute teacher in our history class, and we just kind of were talking, like, because we weren't allowed to be on our phones, but we were allowed to talk about history, in air quotes, to quote the substitute teacher. So we all literally just made a circle with our desks, and we're all like, so should we just go over what our teacher's been going over? And one guy went, nah, we're kind of sick and tired of talking about the civil rights movement. So we all just kind of sat there, and one girl said, "So do you guys?" Well, I was just kind of curious about it, but does anyone know anything about the French Revolution? Like, have we learned anything about that? And everybody went, "There was a French Revolution."
Which one?
Yeah, which one is the more appropriate?
That's the thing. You joke, we would say which one. I mean,
actually, the funny thing is, we probably all learned. Like, we sat there for the 40-minute class talking about history. We didn't talk a single thing about the curriculum we were actually covering that week. We all talked. If I recall correctly, we went just talking amongst ourselves. We went over. I can't remember which French Revolution, but the big one, I guess.
The original one, yeah. Let's see.
The big one. We went over that. We talked. Fun fact. We talked about Troy, which I thought. The thing is, in middle school, we went over Greece and the war with Troy. We went over that in middle school, and I thought everyone did. Apparently, my history teacher in middle school was more honest than any other history teacher I've ever had, because half the kids there who didn't go to my middle school and went to a different one, all were like, Greek? I was like, do you guys at least know Sparta, Athens? And they were like, no, what is that? This is, keep in mind, the name of this class was World History. World History, not American history, not
World History.
World History. We're supposed to be going over this shit.
Well, America is in the world.
Yeah.
All we talked about, the civil rights. I don't even remember half of the shit we talked about. We watched three movies about how horrible America was, like, during times of slavery pre-Civil War. We watched a documentary about how horrible we were during the Civil War, and then we watched like 2 other movies about how horrible we were post-Civil War.
Think yourself lucky though, because if the age of your nation had been the same as like one of ours, Damn, you'd have had a lot of sitting down watching videos.
Yeah, yeah, that's oof. Well, that's the thing with European history. It's oh boy.
Alex says, by the way, my man, the building I work in is older than the USA. Nice.
That's not unusual. Yeah.
Yeah,
Not for European. I'd be disappointed if there weren't in Europe. There's a lot of really old, timey buildings. Actually, there is there's 3 buildings here in the state of Maine that are as old as the colonies and have been preserved, but they're like the state houses. Other than that, we really don't got much for like old buildings, and even then, those are only little younger than 300 years. Little younger, because it was definitely after the colonies actually got here, so probably around 280, 270, maybe. They're old buildings, and you can tell, and they're made out of wood. And they have to constantly be repainted.
That's the thing. Old is so relative. It's
They
like,
don't
yeah,
have. They
then
don't
Then
have.
you get a building over here in the UK, and it's like, it's an old building. How old is it? It's about 2,600 years.
yeah. It's like yeah.
Yeah, let's get in on a bit.
Tiny buildings. Ha.
I mean, you can go in the what was it? There was some village here where you had some Thracian ruins that got repurposed as a winery. So yeah, that's easily like 3,000 or 4,000 years old. Fun times.
Yeah. We're a young nation, but we've had an eventful 300 years.
Yeah, well, you had some fun.
I mean, we created the atomic bomb and dropped it on another nation, so if that doesn't at least get us in the history books for all time, I don't know what will.
Yeah, but those are all basically. Oh, I'm not gonna say that.
No, I was gonna say something, and I went, nope,
No,
too spicy.
Let's keep it. Yeah, let's not go. Let's not go through that rule of the internet. Let's keep it chill.
Like, nope.
Yeah, you think remembering like Civil War stuff is difficult. Try to remember all the kings you had when some of the kings and khans and stuff have pretty much the same name.
Hey, there's only one king I gotta remember that we had here in America. He was the king. Hello, baby. The king.
The king.
Never forget Elvis. May rest in peace.
It was King George the Fourth, wasn't it? You had as well. Victoria.
They don't count this one. Well, we're joking about it, but even down here in Europe, we have vastly different histories when we study that.
Okay, good.
Like each country concentrates on its own one, and then goes for a little bit of others.
Oh, it's okay. It is settlement. For some, I was like, I thought Lord was under attack. I was like, what the fuck? We have the king and the kingfish.
I shall return shortly. I need a beverage.
Alright.
Sure.
Wants a peace treaty? Fuck you.
Hey.
We want the peace treaty. No. Chicago.
You know, one of the funnest things you can do is actually get people from different countries and then start a history debate, especially here in the Balkans. Because I think it's spicy quite fast.
Oh, I bet.
You want to start a fight? Start talking about history in a Balkan environment. Like, jeez. There is one thing that unifies us, and one thing only, and I'm not gonna mention it.
Hate of somebody else. That's usually what builds a nation.
Yeah. You know those delicious wrap things that... No, actually you might not know them. Germans know for sure. The kebabs. You get?
Yes.
There's a certain meme about getting rid of them, which has a double meaning in some parts. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm trying to be vague as possible, so I don't go into any spicy stuff.
Let's see here.
Not possible.
Look near the Grim. Might be a good idea to eliminate this nuisance.
Probably. Just stomp him out.
They keep rebuilding their armies really quickly.
That's the AI, they cheat a lot.
I don't think there's a way for them to do that, though, without cheating.
There isn't, but that's the AI.
Like, they're definitely not waiting the proper number of turns.
They are filthy cheaters, that's why. They filthy cheaters. Also, talking about flags, there's one thing we could be proud of as a nation, that we never lost a flag in battle.
Ever?
Never.
I have returned with tea.
Like, our
Drink of
people
eternal
read...
life.
Yeah. Yeah, some leaves from China. Who cares?
India, get it right.
I think the Chinese discovered it first. Anyways.
Decent build, by the way. What is? The building?
Either the building or the army. Might be the army.
But the legends say God dropped it from heaven 1,000 years ago, so everyone with a cross on their flag plagiarized. What?
They're talking about the Danish flag.
Oh. Interesting.
Going back to Warhammer though.
Yeah,
the
let's
law
go
of
back to that.
the Bretonian law is pretty damn cool.
Ah, yeah,
The-
that
the-
blessed
the
lady.
first- Yeah, with Gilles Le Breton.
Yeah, I wonder where they got this idea from. I wonder where.
Thing is, it was even his son that killed him. In quotation marks. Exactly the same as Arthur at Camelot.
Sylvian, you were born with the... What? Weird conversations happen in chat.
I just ignored them because they went from, well, my region stuff, and I tend to ignore those. Let's just say the chat got a bit balkanized. Ah, yes, for the lady.
What's the lady?
Didn't they have a certain female knight that also got a bit?
Oh, really? This is
No.
close.
Are you thinking about Ripons?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my favourite though was always Bernard the Brigand.
Who was that? I can't remember now.
It's Robin Hood. It's the Bretonian Robin Hood.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
Bernard the Brigand. And his merry men.
In Warhammer, this thing, like, Robin Hood in Warhammer. Oh God. They're in for a treat. Like a Robin Hood in
Sorry,
a war-
Bertrand the Brigand.
Ah, Bertrand. Yeah, I wonder why the name didn't sound familiar.
What was his mate's name now? Bertrand the Brigand. Hugo Le Petit. And
Yeah.
Hugo Le
Okay.
Gros. Hugo Le
Okay.
Gros.
I mean, they're getting really on the nose here.
Hugo Le Petit, known for his immense size and strength, he is
Uh-huh,
Bertrand's
uh-huh.
right-hand man and was always fights with a huge staff and shoots with an enormous longbow. The arrows which are like javelins. And then Guy Le Gros is noted for his enormous girth, which is not unconnected to his considerable appetite for venison, meat pies, campons, and beer, among other things. Guy
fact that
carries
you-
a huge wine flag slung over his back to refresh the bowmen during the midst of battle.
The fact that they just named him in French doesn't
Yeah.
mean that. Okay, let's just call them French names. But don't change anything else. Just French names. That was nice.
Robin Hood would die very fast in Warhammer, says Alex. Probably.
Which Robin Hood? though?
Yeah,
The
depends.
original.
Which original? That's
Yeah.
the problem.
They're-
In the time period when Robin Hood was supposedly alive, in the British law, there is about 10 of them that was executed.
Yeah.
There
It was more
10
of a
Robin
title,
Hood's
right?
executors. It was kind of one of those. There probably been one outlaw called themselves Robin Hood, and every outlaw after that just called themselves Robin Hood. It was kind of I'm a Spartacus type of a deal.
Yeah.
I'm Spartacus. I'm Spartacus. He's Spartacus.
So it's kind of
Oh.
one of them. Which Robin Hood?
Yeah. I prefer the Man and Ties version.
Yeah,
So do I.
because unlike most Robin Hoods, he speaks with an English accent
Yeah.
rather than an American accent. I mean, who the hell makes Robin Hood American?
Those who are wise and know style.
Well, guess out of the three who like I give you three options. Who
Could
would
it be
make
the
Robin Hood American?
Americans, the Americans or the Americans?
That's a tough question.
It is, because there are two variants. Very
I
distinct
think we're
ones.
talking about the very different things.
In Warhammer, if you have a good moral, trusting nature, you will most likely not turn 10.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not him. Like, think more daylight banditry and robbery, and not so much high
Yeah.
moral and values.
Yeah. I
Also,
mean,
he lives in a
that's
world where wood elves exist, so
Bertrand's lore is quite cool.
mm,
He actually could have been a knight. He was actually son of a noble.
and
He,
he just said,
he
"Yeah, fuck
refused
it."
to become a knight.
Ah, nice.
Nobility. I need not care for it.
Yeah, but you know the whole reason why he wouldn't become a knight?
Why?
Because they told him he would not be allowed to shoot a longbow anymore.
Oh man,
He was like,
Yeah,
nope, nope, not
Ah.
happening, nope, nope, nope.
wasn't it that longbows were the peasant's weapon?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
and he loved his longbow. And they were like, right, there you go, you can take your quest, your vow of chivalry now. He's like, okay, what are we gonna do? Well, you see that big long stick that you've got that you shoot arrows out of? Yep, you've got to burn it. He's like, nope.
I
thanks.
humbly say fuck you. I do not agree with this methodology.
Yeah, but more French.
I love it. As for the nobility of Britannia, roughly half of them think that Bertrand is a hero. The rest of him think he's a scoundrel and an outlaw. It's known that Leon Leonka greatly desires to meet him.
We don't care.
But he has not divulged whether he intends to reward or punish him.
That's a good idea. Keep it vague.
Will I or won't I? I don't know, will
Oh,
you?
yeah, I
Will
forgot. I forgot about that. The Knights Errant are sometimes actually called out to go and hunt Bertrand down. They've never succeeded. They've never succeeded once.
I don't think they ever. Half the time they don't even try. They just go in the forest, sit there for like 15 minutes, and go
Yeah.
out.
And the other half that actually try end up never coming back.
Yeah, knights versus longbows. Ah. I wonder where I've heard that before. Yeah. Well, the thing is, you need so much strength to pull this longbow. I would actually fear a longbowman with a hammer
Mhm.
charging at it, because this thing can bend the knight into all kinds of shapes.
Oh, yes. Ah, I forgot about Bertrand's war gear. The black arrow. The black arrow is tipped with dragon's tooth and has black feathers, black feather flight from a carrion. How?
Somehow. Some way.
Well,
How
Yeah,
did
I-
he get his hands on that stuff?
well, I wouldn't actually take the other one, just the dragon's tooth. I'm like, oh yeah, just the dragon's tooth. Like, what? Like saying, oh yeah, my arrows are tipped with pure diamonds. Just why not?
Hey, Jacob. A regular
The ways.
a regular willikin of the wield. That word. Ah, the ways of guerrilla warfare.
Always fun.
That's Bertrand's motto. Guerrilla warfare. Just jumps out the forest, shoots a lot of people, jumps back into the forest and runs away.
Hello.
Yeah. Okay, we're not dissing knights here. I'm just pointing out differences. Jeez. Well, actually, knights are. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Why I said that's disrespectful.
Best knight is Green Knight.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Who?
The Green Knight.
Oh, yeah, the Green Knight.
He has been killed so many times, nobody knows whether it's the same person or not.
He just appears.
Yeah, just appears in Britonia's darkest hours.
Yeah, and kicks ass every
Yeah,
time.
just basically slaughters everything and then disappears again.
So I've taken down the Empire's settlements from. I've taken them down from 74. Sorry, they had 99 about 20 turns ago. 20, 30 turns ago. Now they're at 74. It's one of those cases of they're too large to defend all their territories. Well, on the other hand, I don't have to worry about that kind of attrition.
Mm-hmm. You seem to be enjoying Horde factions. You should try Warriors of Chaos next.
They suck.
Oh, why would you do that to him?
I ain't that dumb.
Damn it.
Like you had to not show him the your campaign, and then maybe would have lured him in, but nah.
Nah, fam. I'm dumb a good chunk of the time, don't get me wrong, but there's a limit to my
Not that.
dumbness.
Well, I'm actually winning my campaign now.
Yeah, but that's you.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's
so
on
you-
Legendary.
You're actually good.
So
No, I'm not.
I play on normal because I'm not.
I'm not good. There's a lot of people a hell of a lot better than me.
The fact that you can play on legendary difficulty and can adapt to it already means you're better than me.
I just call it the exploits.
Yeah, that's more the Tang's got it there and hit the nail on the head there. It's I know the exploits against the AI. The actual PvP side, I'm pretty crap at these days because
Yeah, like if it,
I have hardly played PvP side, and I get my ass kicked 99% of the time because you can't exploit humans very well.
mm,
I'll be there
Actually,
shortly,
speaking of
boys. Just gotta eat my food. Alright, Jacob.
speaking of PvP, are we still doing that three-way brawl?
Sounds good to me.
Mm. Oh,
Uh,
let's wait for the
Reed
other
says, who would win, a highly trained Frenchman that spent years training, or an English guy with a bow?
how much did it rain. The more mud, the better for the Englishman.
Well, if you take Agincourt into consideration, then the English guy with the bow.
As I said, more mud is better for the Englishman.
Mm-hmm. But also, I wonder if the English longbowman gave the Obi-Wan speech. I have the high ground.
I don't think that.
French knights. We have the high ground.
Yeah, the French knights is like, all right, going up there. Like when speaking about knights, you can say, okay, on one side there is Agincourt, on the other side there is the Crusades, where you can have pretty much knights walking around like living porcupines with all the arrows sticking out of them. Like imagine a thing that looks pretty much like a bunch of arrows just walking around and killing stuff.
To be fair, the English tended to still use the old tactics of shield wall,
I would not want to fight this.
as Chris would know.
Yeah, well, still.
That's always made me laugh. We've always been slow to adapt to ways of war.
You need to be forced to adapt to it, that's the thing. I mean, I believe if it wasn't for the Spanish Armada, we still would have been locked in their island, just squabbling amongst each other.
I blame the Romans myself. If it hadn't been for the Romans, we would never have joined together.
Well, Romans, then Vikings, then French, then Spanish.
Yeah, pretty much everybody's invaded our island at some point.
And you guys have invaded half the world as well.
Yeah.
Turnaround's fair play.
Well,
One thing that always freaking got me, when you actually look and you see how small this island is, how the hell did we end up with an empire the size we did?
well, ships.
Stubbornness, advancement of technology, a
Yeah, but
form
seriously,
of
you look at the
unification.
population of the island in those days.
Well, all we had to do to run India was basically just dump 100 guys there. At one point, at least. Well, also, you say British, but there are other nations that had bigger empires, and, well...
I don't think so. I think the British Empire was the largest empire.
It was the largest, but when you compare the size of the Britain with the size of, let's say, Holland, a good, what was it? I always get mixed up. The Danish, no, not the Danish Empire. The
Countries and even the United Kingdom as a whole. United Kingdom, like I say, it's surprising how small this island is.
There we go.
well, relatively, yeah. I mean, it is small, but not that small.
Oh, it's nothing like it's nowhere near as small as like Malta, but Malta's never had an empire. But they've held empires. They've held an entire empire off of invading them.
Yeah, but your empire was so scattered that you couldn't really invade it at one go. No one could organize to invade the entire empire,
Yeah,
and that was the whole thing. Like, oh, you invade this part of the empire, let's get all the other troops from the other sides of the empire and just dump them on you. What can you do?
well, that's why the saying was the sun never set on the British Empire.
Mm. I also love the whole Spanish-Portuguese conflict, where the Pope just went and it's okay. You see this line? Left is Portugal, to right is Spain. Do with yourselves.
Yeah. Yep, Purse was right there. Malta was repeatedly traded by various empires and kingdoms.
Yep.
Up to the Knights of St. John. Which is still in existence today.
Crazy enough.
It's just they've changed from being knights to basically an ambulance service.
It's always fun to talk about history.
Yeah. Only problem talking about history is you've got to walk on eggshells with a lot of stuff.
And you also got to keep in mind it's written by the victors. Always keep that in mind. History.
I don't mean that. I mean you need to walk on eggshells of how people get upset about when you talk about history these days.
Again, that's why I never mention any of the history of my region. No, thank you.
I've got to be careful about what I say about my history.
Oh yeah, yes, indeed.
People don't know how to be calm and rational about history, unfortunately.
And let's not even mention someone like Jamal or something like that. They need to be very careful.
Yeah. Alter response or which is
That's when you know you have a fun history, when there is such thing as, yeah, we don't touch that part. Those years, yeah, just write them off. Nothing happened. No, just don't look. Nothing happened, trust me.
My favorite part about British history was during our revolution, when we got rid of the monarchy.
That was
and the guy who took over Oliver Cromwell wanted to be king, but it went round that we were getting rid of the monarchy, so he couldn't be king. So he made himself. So he named himself the Lord Protector with all the powers of the king.
Oh, that's the thing.
As long as you don't have the buzzword, no one will call you on it.
Have arrived.
Hello.
Hello. I've moved everybody? Okay.
Well, the thing is, the French failed spectacularly when they tried to get rid of their kings, and we kind of did that the same, but...
Ended up with a military dictatorship and one strongman taking over. And then fighting a coalition of every other nation, like, single-handedly. It took everyone dogpiling just to stop the one guy.
Like, everyone likes to speak about the revolution. No one wants to mention Napoleon for some reason.
I think Napoleon was more interesting. The revolution was a shit show.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, but you need to understand one to understand what created the other.
Took a random Corsican military artillery officer to take over the entire thing. And then try to invade the world.
Well, he tried to invade Russia. Failed. No surprise there.
Well, he tried to fight a long war in Russia. I think he probably should have just just settled with kicking the shit out of the Russian army and then leaving. Just force a settlement. You can't like stay and occupy it like with those long lines of logistics.
Yeah, but he. Oh,
Because
by the way,
he did kick the shit out of the Russian military. It's just attrition kicked in when they basically turned to a Fabian strategy, which is a Russian classic.
I mean, Demeva, the Russian winter, the best soldier of Mother Russia.
Réponse de Lyonnaise.
Ah, they won.
Once.
The Bretonnian waifu.
Yeah.
Actually, I might have to look it up. I don't actually know what happened to her in the end times.
I don't want to know.
Sometimes you just don't know.
So long as it's maybe she participated as in that there was like one last epic charge of the Bretonnian cavalry
Yeah.
in some battle or something. I don't know the details, and I don't really particularly care to know.
Oh, yeah. End times. Yuck.
Real quick. Well, I only care about people close to me. I only care about... Okay, hold on. I only care about people close to me think about me. Okay, so you only care what people close to you think about you. Okay. But if I don't know you, I don't give a damn. That's pretty much my philosophy. Oh, it's an ambush.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I had that advantage.
Respect is earned, no matter who you are.
Indeed.
Okay, this ambush is. Why are they in the middle of the river?
No idea.
Sakes. Like, oh yeah, let's march where? Oh, this river looks nice. God.
But just going back to it, Ball, do you know who Willikin of the Weald is?
Oh, sorry?
Do you know who Willikin of the Weald is? He's a historical Englishman from like the late 12th, early 13th century.
Name rings a bell, but I can't think why.
Like during the disastrous ending years of King John's reign, how Prince Louis invaded with a French army, and basically William Marshall and rallied the remaining loyalists and beat them. Willikin fought a guerrilla campaign in like the forests of like southeast England.
Anyone else imagine
a guerrilla
that
campaign
while we were talking earlier, Pyrrhus just had that eyes glow red meme? Like you talked about.
Yes. And it's like, YouTube chat limits what I can say, and I can only type so fast on a phone. But yeah, he basically conducted a guerrilla campaign against the French, like mercenaries and knights, and ravaged them horrendously. Like a band of like a few hundred just English archers, just in the woods, may have been actually one of like the original inspirations for the Robin Hood.
What the hell is he doing all the way over there?
Yeah. That's why I said which Robin, when they were saying which Robin Hood.
Yeah, define Robin Hood.
As he's changed with different audiences and different requirements and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I say, we've got written documents with hundreds of them. Hundreds of people in the same era called Robin Hood.
He'd be my key example for like the most likely like historical example of a person. Although that's his nickname, I don't remember what his actual name was, but he was just remembered in history as Willikin of the Weald.
Well, Asmo, you can now claim that your streams are more educational than the top of your education system.
Well, that's not hard.
Want to learn history? Come to our streams.
Freaking when I was in high school, like when the required like World Civ class that we had to take, like I knew more than the teacher. She was just this old lady that just like basically make us watch movies, give us worksheets, and then she'd sit behind her desk on a medicine ball, bouncing up and down.
Oh, boy.
It was like an easy A+. And then like half the class was like, "How are you getting D's in this class?" It's like, yeah, you're just you're just here. You're just a teenager who's not even trying. So I wasn't even trying either, but it was just easy. History
Yeah,
is easy.
Depends on how hard you go at it.
So I just find it fun. That's why it's easy.
Okay, do
So-
you want me to tell you about a very interesting historical figure of our history? The so-called Big King. That was actually a peasant that managed to gain kingship. That was a fun story.
So Bulgarian,
Yeah,
just
a
rags
big
to
herder.
riches story.
Basically, a big herder that raised an army, defeated Bulgarian king, then married his empress, became emperor, and then got destroyed by the Mongols. And he actually threw out the Mongols, and then he got betrayed and tried to run away to the Mongols, which I think then killed him. There's an Age of Empires 2 campaign about it, which is kind of accurate.
I had a whopping 4 losses from that fight.
Oh boy.
Rags to
Yeah.
riches, real rags to riches stories are always fun to hear.
Well, we that's the thing. We have I think the only story in the world where an actual peasant became royalty and
Hideyoshi in Japan. He started out as an Ashigaru foot soldier, like he was a peasant, and he became the literal ruler of Japan. And he was given like formal like status as samurai and a formal like noble name by the emperor.
Yeah, but he was not the main guy that led the whole thing.
He was after Nobunaga died.
Yeah,
Like,
after Nobunaga
he
died.
actually finished and he actually unified the country and was running it.
Yeah,
Like he rose from a peasant to running the entire country and invading Korea, even though that ended badly.
yeah, but that's following Nobunaga's steps. And our
Still
guy
doesn't matter. He rose through the ranks. Basically, he is like the key example of the Gecko Kujo, the low toppling the high in the Sengoku era.
Well, I can still argue that our guy did it all by himself, basically from zero without any.
In short,
How
Tang
would you
just
say
doesn't.
that he didn't?
In short,
he did-
Tang
he-
doesn't want to lose this one. He doesn't want to lose this argument. So
Yeah,
he,
you don't want to lose this one to the
I
Japanese.
don't care. I don't give a damn.
Come on, keep fighting. I've got my popcorn
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, because I don't see the argument you're making there. It's just like that's the ranks. You rise through the ranks, and you,
I'm making an argument that if it wasn't for Nobunaga, he would never have done that.
it's the same with
Like-
a lot of people. Like your
Well-
guy, if he hadn't married into royalty,
He married. No. He
You would've-
married the royalty because otherwise he would have just became king.
exactly.
Like-
he needed to marry in to actually
No,
have a claim.
No, he was actually crowned king before that, and he just married it to try and get over the Byzantine Empire as well.
So it's,
he
it's
had
just
the
another
Bulgarian
version.
hmm
It's just different situations you can't really compare. Like I said, like with the Sengoku Jidai, it's different.
Mm.
It's like you start out as a peasant, ending ruling the entire country.
All right, fair enough. I'm gonna do that.
And even if he was under Nobunaga, he was a competent commander and led a lot of campaigns on his own. I think one of my favorite ones that I heard recently, watching a video, is when he was on his rise to power, he led a siege of a major castle, a stronghold, and he couldn't get into it. So what he did is he turned his siege camp into a literal festival. It's basically all of his people just partying and having a good time. So it's it's basically just battle the morale in the castle. They're running out of food and they're constant and they're not having a good time. While out there, as you hear the sounds of just partying. It's it turned into a literal festival town just surrounding the castle.
To happily interject, how is everyone doing?
Yeah,
I
there's-
know this.
Alright, cheers.
Having fun.
they're debating history very thoroughly.
Debating is a
Discussing and having fun with.
yeah.
I'm trying to remember Medieval 2. units, which are overpowered and which aren't.
Oh, you wanna? Okay, you're gonna try and cheese it again. Ah.
I literally just got home and I've started editing a video and I'm watching your stream while I'm waiting for my wife to get home.
Fair enough.
Because today is her birthday.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Tell her happy birthday for me.
And I don't know if you got my DM, but I will be able to make.
I'll
only be-
I did, but I haven't had a chance to look at it.
Okay, I'll only be able to be there till about like 2 probably, because I have to go into work at 3.
Well, hey, you don't have to stay the whole time.
So that's next week, right?
Yeah, next week on Friday.
I have nothing planned, so I'll probably sit and watch it, I guess, or come in for whatever it is.
And the general manager skirted around the issue because there's nothing definitive yet. But yes, he is trying to get me to move up as well.
Okay. Well, hopefully you
But
get it.
that's more of his boss, not necessarily his decision. And Asmogan's birthday stream, Zero Nix, is Friday the 24th.
Yeah, mine is. I'm celebrating my birthday. Friday the 24th at noon Eastern Standard Time.
Which, out of the
5
5 people in
GMT.
this chat, only 2 of them are non-European.
Yeah.
Let's say 5 GMT, and I think everyone figure that.
I know it's 5 o'clock if you're in Britain, is our noon, and if you're in Bulgaria, it's 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. I should say. Norway and Germany, it's 6 p.m. So it's mid to late afternoon for most of the European side of the audience.
Still in the morning for me.
Yeah, it'll be 10 a.m. for you. For Texans, it'll be 11 a.m. Cavalry, me too. So, American hero, our first president who was a war hero. Yeah. That works for me. Awesome. Oh, you planning on attending? Well, I'll be happy to have you. Alright, so says a victory, wipe them out.
Yeah, I think we'll be all lurking around.
That is what we do. We lurk. We are lurkers.
We are the lurkers.
Yeah, the shadows are getting a bit cramped these days.
There's a bit of a housing crisis in the land of shadows.
I mean, it's all fine. Who's paying for the washer again? Someone needs to come and clean this shit up.
I would, but I'm on the wrong fucking continent.
Let's just say there are things that are moving that should not be moving. But they're not some of mine, let's just say that. I have
That
mine
sounds like
under
a couple of my exes.
Mm.
What, one thought that was funny?
I always think something else.
I don't even remember which medieval 2 units are overpowered. I know which ones are like good and which ones are kind of like, and stats wise are not just like most of like the units that are 2-handers aren't all that great. They're good for shock, but they don't last long in combat.
Yeah.
So if we give it enough time, you'll just figure out the most broken army.
Go for things that use maces, shields, and have good armor. That'll be good in melee because they have armor. They have an advantage against armor. So say like Imperial Knights, Gothic Knights, Norse War Clerics are pretty good.
Why are you giving him
Imperial
shit?
not.
The thing is, I remember all the units for PvE, which are broken as all hell. But the problem is they're not as broken in PvP.
I imagine an Imperial Knight would be broken as fuck in medieval.
Not as
Oh
much
yeah,
as you think.
it's a unit for the Holy Roman Empire.
Yeah, if you can use it properly. Yeah.
In around 1,000 years from now, we will have people like Pierce talking about the Great American Empire.
Yeah.
Probably
Highly doubt.
Probably not
Highly
fondly.
doubt that.
Probably not fondly.
They'll probably be talking about it like some people talk about the 80s, as if it's like just a bad acid trip and they're pretending like it never happened.
What? The 80s were awesome.
For us.
That was more of a, let's say that's
No,
one
actually,
of the 60s.
For you, not for us.
And you had then the 70s, which was the hangover of this of the 60s.
Yes, of the 60s. Yep.
You have nothing to complain.
Were just yeah, well, yeah, you were being ruled over by
I mean, yeah. So
Soviets, so yeah, no complaints.
I mean-
we just had to complain about in the 70s is really shitty architecture and pretty good music, I guess.
And bad fashion sense.
Again,
I'd say
we
the 70s were
have
better
you,
than the 80s
Again, it's
in
relative.
terms of fashion.
we have you beaten all three of those. Like,
The 70s were better than the 80s in terms of fashion. That's like
just-
saying
That's just my thought. I'm not a fan of the big hair and the leg warmers and all the weird 80s stuff.
that yes, but that's also like saying, you know, LSD is not as bad as PCP. That's literally
Pick your
what
poison.
you're saying when you say the 70s fashion is not as bad as the 80s fashion. It's like, well, you know what? Getting shot in the stomach is nowhere near as bad as getting shot in the chest. Both
Lesser
bad.
of two evils.
eh.
Yes, but literal like 70s architecture is just somebody just it's literally from the Hangover vomit. Anything that was built in the 70s is just hideous.
Listen, is it boxes?
What?
Is it boxes? Is it literally made of boxes?
Boxes
I
and then
I know what
interior,
Tang's
it's just-
meaning.
Okay, as long as it's not just boxes, it's high fashion compared to what we had. So-
I know exactly what Tang means. I've seen them.
let me just hang on.
Yeah, the old style apartment blocks. Just a concrete,
like I said,
concrete
Yeah,
tower,
I
concrete
know,
box
I know.
tower.
I wish I could
Yeah,
remember the setup of that stupid Hungarian cheese army I fought one time that was like just awful. I know it had
I'm just
hussars.
Hang on. Let me just drop this.
Who's setting a game up?
1 second. I just need to drop this and I'm not going in. As long as it's not this, you have nothing to complain. Just in voice chat.
Like say, I know the ones you meaning.
Like when you can hear what your next door neighbors 4 floors down can whisper, yeah, you don't know anything.
Hey, Asmogan, I actually just had a funny idea.
What?
Eventually, we should set up a co-op campaign for Total War Warhammer 2. You as the Beastman and me as the Skaven. And the entire world will be overrun with corruption, either Chaos corruption or Skaven corruption.
That would be entertaining.
That would be entertaining. I just thought about that. I was like, because there are two. I'm sorry, there are actually 3 Skaven I really like. God damn it, there are 4 Skaven I actually really like playing.
Hey.
1, 2,
Okay.
3.
No, because I like Molder, Pestilence, Scryer, and Eshin. Eshin has a really fucking really fucking broken end game ability.
Okay, I'm hosting a game. It is basically what it was yesterday.
Yeah, alright, refresh. Refresh.
Second,
Refresh.
second.
Refresh.
Piston battle. There we go.
I just keep hitting it until it works.
Oh, no. Wait. Hang on. 1 second.
I'm still hitting refresh.
1 second, please.
Boop.
Patience,
Refresh.
patience.
Refresh. Refresh.
Your second
There
was
we
up
go.
30 seconds ago.
Go. Now it should be open.
Aha!
Battle of the Nerds.
Tannenberg.
Battle of the Zethers.
3, 4, 5, 6. Your password is 12345.
Is it?
Wait, that's the same as my luggage.
I may have not pressed the 6.
No, it's 12345 6. I'm just making a reference to
Now you're taking my luggage.
That was
Okay.
Baseballs.
So,
Okay, what? So they're just gonna do a free for all, or just do a siege thing, or?
okay, I mean, should we stay in this goal or should we just jump out? So we don't flood everything with Medieval 2 talk. I don't know what Asmogan thinks. Alright.
It's gone very silent.
I
Yeah,
am.
I mean,
I don't mind.
he is focusing very hard right now.
And I'm gonna die no
Intense
matter what.
focus.
The artillery is fucking ravaging my ass.
you know what?
Oh my.
What the fuck?
There it goes.
You're doing all periods, or doing just a specific period?
All
Fuck.
periods.
All periods. Okay.
Yeah. Let's
I
go all.
will choose a different faction then. Sicily's good early or high.
God damn it. Alex, thank you so much for the super chat, man. Thank you. I have to go, guys. It was fun. Have fun. All right, thank you, man. Have a good one, and thank you for the super chat. Much appreciated, man. Have a great night or day, whichever it is for you.
Have a great random time period during a 24-hour period.
Yes.
Well, I mean, it is that time of the hour somewhere.
Should be, at least.
Any specific rules on what we can't pick?
I would, unless we're like all doing a really stupid cheese game, I'd say no artillery, and if you're doing the Timurids,
More gil
I
for the
say no
cause.
elephants. They're
Yeah,
broken as all hell.
Let's stay away from elephants.
Oh,
broken.
I wanted my elephant cannon.
No.
Those are like so freaking broken.
Oh,
Greetings, Forever joined.
Hey,
oh,
you don't get to do that.
oh!
Who what?
And
Hey, Karen.
They took my elephant cannons off me.
Of course we did, because otherwise it would have been not
they're
fun.
obnoxious. Unless we want to do like a random like stupid cheese battle where everyone takes only artillery and see who wins.
Oh, that would be stupid. What do I want? What do I want? Why not?
Okay, this is actually hilarious. I'm looking through the patch notes for RimWorld, and this is under new stuff. And I'm not making this up, I'm reading this word for word. This is hilarious. Add tongue body part. Tongue is removable via surgery if you'd prefer someone not speak. The tongue won't be damaged in combat. Right under that. Add bionic tongue that replaces tongue.
Because of course, why not?
It's just one of those things like, shit, I didn't know I needed until I heard about it.
That's RimWorld.
Alright, Balthasar. Fuck you.
I built my army.
I'm waiting.
Sorry, I just can't decide, so I'm just gonna do my best to attempt to remember how that army was built.
Let's see that cheese then.
I'd say it's a minimal. It was a tiny army. I don't remember the infantry units though.
Alright. Let's see. See how this goes. That's gonna be a lot of maneuvering. I can see from here.
What have you got it? Have you got it as last man standing, or have you got it on
Yeah.
points?
Last man standing. Because why not? That's just
Because
if we
that's the way that men do their battles.
If we go stupid, let's just go full stupid. Why not if I do it halfway?
We don't go half retard here.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, I remember how to make siege battles as well. Okay.
I don't play siege battles. I hate them.
Ah, no, they're actually good in this game.
In Medieval 2, they're amazing.
Yeah. We need to get you.
I'm still referring to this.
I know that's.
Yeah.
I almost pity you that you have to deal with those siege battles.
Yeah, did you hear the good news about Total Warhammer 3?
There was good news.
Yep.
They've stopped making it.
No.
Delayed.
Oh, actually, I'm kind of. Aww. Damn it. Well, good news. It'll probably be better for it.
No
but
news.
Damn it,
And
I gotta wait longer now.
Tomorrow we are getting some info on Kathy.
Let's see what this is. Kathy.
That's going to be a pile of.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Kathy is most likely going to be horribly broken.
Of course it will be. I mean, what do you expect?
All the
New
world's a
nation.
stage.
War is the
Yeah.
greatest plague that can affect humanity. It destroys religion. It destroys states.
I like that. I actually got William
I didn't-
Shakespeare.
No.
Oh, trees.
Oh boy. Oh, is this now? Whoops.
Oh, well.
Oh, well.
Well. Why not?
Gonna make things
Please.
fun with my harassy cavalry.
Oh, now I remember how to do that. Okay. That's good. Here.
Meme army, attack. Press the advantage. Leave none alive.
Attack.
Oh, the memes!
Indeed.
Let's go. I'm done.
Let's see.
Let's see what you figure out now.
Yeah. Waiting for other players.
Just
Yeah.
a second.
It takes time
I'm
to
just
organize
exceptionally indecisive today.
when there are three people, it's different.
Yarp.
It's a trip.
Yeah. Let's see if this tactic works then. Oh, jeez, stop
Oh,
already.
shit.
Fucking hell. Alright.
Yeah, it's been a while since I fought a battle with Taurox. I want to do it again. It's been a while. Taurox the brass ball.
He on fire.
Whoa.
It's mad cow season.
Moo.
Are you happy now? There is no cow level.
I knew the reference.
Moo, moo, moo. Was there even one in Diablo 3?
There was the...
Ah, but the word slack or something was stupidly rare. I think there was some crooks about it that I didn't
It was
bother.
the whole.
Or was it some stupid mushroom that didn't spawn half the time?
I think it was something that was spawning difficulties. You need to be careful with those monks, by
Hello.
the way.
Can you do what you're told? Go the
The other way.
other way, you dumbasses. There we go.
Come
Why
here.
are that way?
Come here. Oh, what? Jeez. No,
You
no, no,
guys
no, no,
playing
no, no.
against each other.
Yep.
Yeah.
Free for all.
Fuck off.
It appears I am being called to a different Discord. You have a good evening, the rest of you.
I have a good one, man.
Good one.
Later, man.
Cheers.
You gonna do that, huh? Alright.
Reed Drown says there should be a game mode in this game where you start as a faction. He's talking about Warhammer, by the way. Says faction in a city, and you have to deal with nothing but ruins, beastmen, and chaos as you reclaim the map. Wait, what?
So basically an end times mod. Run, you assholes!
I think he means like everything is already conquered that you have to conquer back.
Sort of.
Which it's not going to work out with the way the game works.
Yeah, well, details.
Details, schmeetails.
Details.
Who cares?
Details are important.
Yeah. You can piss off.
No.
Hussars. Yeah, good luck catching me.
They're light cavalry, you fool. They will run just as fast.
They're light
So,
cavalry.
I can shoot with my back turns.
I
can
had
shoot
no
backwards.
losses. Oh my god.
Why do you go that way every time?
How do you have I had zero. I had none.
Because it's mostly just basic units on the side on the end of the Empire.
Yeah, I know. Still, it's hilarious to me.
Are you still chasing?
I'm allowed to laugh.
Alright.
No.
It's my Hungarian nobles.
Okay, you're just gonna. Okay, fine. I mean, if you're gonna do that.
Just kick him out
Not
of the
move!
Just kick him out
That
of the
unit
game.
will not fucking go the way I tell it to. It's going the opposite way.
And that's why I'm using this tactic.
Yeah, it's great.
Reposition those a bit.
Oh,
Jeez. How much? God damn.
God damn,
You know
bitch.
You know what? Fuck it. Go for it. Who cares? Okay. You both went there, huh?
Freaking took off straight into your freaking unit. I'm telling him to go the opposite freaking way.
Yeah, you're empathic as a bitch. And I know it's a bitch, so I'm abusing it as much as possible.
oh, yeah, it's more than one.
Wait. Move. You know what? Move you there.
Alright, so.
That way, you dumbasses. How are they going?
Okay. Jesus. You're both gonna attack. Okay. You stay here. Fuck off.
Alright. I'm giving them what for over here.
Yeah, you can piss off with those, alright? You can also fight, so... Jeez. We have nothing else!
Who are you talking to? Me or Chris?
Jeez, the bulb! You got dumb cheese armies! I mean, I'm still in a good position, so...
What is this turning into? Kill Tang and then whoever's and then fight it out amongst us.
Yeah. God damn. Chill. You guys can chill.
Hey,
I
Tang
don't
would
want
be
to though. So Asmogan,
Tang
what's
would-
better? What's better, brats or hot dogs? Oh, we mean brats for like
Brats.
bratwurst. Okay.
They're
Hot
both
dogs.
dogs
the
are
same
gross.
thing.
Hot dogs. 100%.
They're more or less they're both the same.
I disagree wholeheartedly.
I disagree with your disagreement.
Jesus.
Thing. Yeah, they're both
just-
the same thing. You can put the bratwurst into a bread like a hot dog, and it's the same
Jack.
shit. There's not really a difference.
Tasty isolated archer unit.
And by the way, Tang will beat all of you in.
In melee, yeah. If I
No.
can ever get in melee.
I didn't want to say melee.
What would you say?
Might and Magic 3.
Oh, Might and Magic, yeah.
3.
In Might and Magic, I would have stomped on them. This is unfortunately not Might and Magic.
The game for some reason every like Slavic culture needs to be good in that game.
Would you? Okay, you know what? You guys can just shoot that. Oh god. Oh, okay. That's good.
This cut doesn't look like a frog.
I like my hot dogs and bratwurst with sauerkraut. Yeah. I like mine with barbecue sauce, barbecue sauce, ketchup, mustard. Standard toppings, really. Bacon bits on. I had some bacon bits on one with barbecue sauce one time. It was delicious.
You're gonna run out of archers eventually. Oh no. Watch
Hee
out.
hee hee.
Jeez, archers. Oh, fucking archers. Oh, forget it. I'm out of here. You guys can play with yourself, with both of you. Play with each other. I'm out of here.
Y'all can
Yeah,
play
the-
with each other. I'm not interested.
I mean, I'm almost destroyed one of them, so...
Screw you guys, I'm going home.
Run, you bastards! No. Ah. Okay. Run.
Alright, what do I got here? I can go any sauce except ranch. Yeah, why would anyone put ranch on a hot dog? Yeah.
No, ranch.
Reasons.
Yeah, ranch belongs on a burger.
No.
Yeah,
I like it
chicken
in a
burger.
sub sandwich.
I can see a very specific kind of ranch for like cheese curds or fries. But no, not on my hot dog, not on my dog, not on, and definitely not on my definitely not on my burger. It's gross.
No, it's fine on the chicken burger.
Okay, have fun. I'm out.
Fuck this
Taking
shit,
your
I'm out.
taking your infantry and turtling up. I see.
I mean, what else can I do? With all your missiles.
I long forgot not.
I mean, you can choose. You can go after me, or you can go after the Porcupine Brigade over there. Yeah, all the archers. Jeez. Mongols.
Hungarians.
Yeah, Hungarians can deal with it.
Goddamn
I still have-
Mongolians.
I still have a lot of my units, so I'm happy with what I did. Now just to sit and wait and see who came out of that.
Just shit and wait.
Well, sit and wait. Why should I do that? Why shouldn't I just go and put some pressure on?
Come on, do as you're told.
The eternal problem.
There we go. Finally, you fucking doing it.
The border princes are really pissing me off.
So, who's winning over there? Can't see
Yes.
shit because I'm so far away. Alright.
There it is.
If you ever get scorpion pepper with your hot dog, it burns out. The taste is great.
Oh boy. That's something I would like to try once. And
Certain peppers I will not give the time of day because their reputation. Like I'm well aware. I'm well aware of why certain ones are hazarded against, warned against, whatever you want to say.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. It's only going to set your asshole on fire. It's not that bad.
only.
You will only suffer for a few days. It's not that bad.
Only for a few days, you know.
Come on,
Completely
bro.
not a misery.
With the atomic shits.
Oh,
on,
you
bro.
running? Why are you running?
Come on, bro. Eat that
Because I
shit.
saw what you were doing.
Why are you running? Come on.
Halt, you violated the law.
My infantry are just there to be a threat and be annoying. It's just like you can't
Why
ignore
are you
it.
running? Come on. Come get a hug. You know you want to. Come here.
And you claimed I had a cheesy army.
Hungarians are the cheese in this game, I think.
Yeah, the cheese or the cheese.
Just keep him occupied while I get there.
They're the Parmesan layer on the on your cheese pizza.
Oh, Parmesan.
Oh, no. Stay there. This single missile cavalry just plinking away.
Alright, Hussars, just hold them and I will punch.
Remember, they get the bonus if they attack from the mountainside.
Yeah, Mongol heavy archers are a beast. Not reckoned with.
Dude, used to be the best unit in Age of Empires.
Used to be.
Used to be. Yeah. That's still is. The micro on that unit is fucking fantastic.
Okay, Bo. Temporary truce.
No.
Yeah, I have the infantry, you have the cavalry, okay?
Problem is, Michael is all out of ammo now. Used it all on you.
I mean, just don't attack me in the back while I'm trying to do with him, so... Deal?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Me
fighting each other.
Back.
Careful there.
By the honor of Genghis Khan, I will not stab you in the back.
Okay.
Didn't even say
So
Let's have you-
kill his
yeah.
envoys. You're fine.
Put him in the. Put him in the barrel.
Oh, that's Barbarossa you're thinking about. Oh, come on! My one archer! Oh. Sad. Come on. You gonna play this game now? Blinky Blonky? I have plenty of ammo left, so...
My infantry archers have plenty.
Yeah, but mine is Byzantine Guard archers, so... Yeah, be careful there.
What's the point on? What's the point on having archers without arrows?
Ever planning to go through some of the Might and Magic games? Actually, I tried to on this channel forever ago, but I'm actually a huge fan of the Might and Magic series. Well, I say series. More specifically, there's one set of the games I played when I was a kid growing up, kind of like with Warcraft 3, how I didn't play Warcraft 1 or 2 until years and years after I had played Warcraft 3. It didn't even really occur to me that there was a 1 and 2 to play. But similarly with that, when I was a kid, there was another game we had on the computer, which was Heroes of Might and Magic 5, I think. And
that's not a good one.
I love the hell out of that one.
Yeah, I think 5 is the best one.
So that
Actually,
that
maybe
was what I had
3
growing
is
up.
also good, but...
People
5
are always raving about Might and Magic 3.
3
I
is
never
fun. It's just... Well,
Horrendously
it's special.
cheesy.
Yeah.
And
If you want
weirdly
cheesy, you have
balanced.
3.
Well, I'm out.
My cavalry is mostly intact.
Okay, that's gotta be tough.
The reason why I took the Pavis Spearmen is they're a little bit more resistant to range.
Still...
How much do I want to be a dick? Kind of want to play this one, just see how it plays out, but at the same time... Yeah, I'll fight it. Fuck it, why not?
That's not even a strong army.
Oh no, I didn't think it was.
Come on.
It was just a matter of, do I want to see the carnage, or do I just want to zip through the carnage? You know? Do I want to expedite it, or do I want to enjoy it? Heroes of Might and Magic is the one with an actual cult fan base.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what do you mean? Like, are you trying to tell me there's literally a cult, or?
Yes, sort of.
Well, kinda, yeah.
It's the esports of Russia.
What?
Well, every time a new Russian is born, a new copy of that game is made and given to that child. Didn't you not know that about that?
And this is... Oh no, the more missile cavalry? Come on!
This has just got an army of missile cav.
Disgusting. Do you have
Hey.
no honor? Come fight me!
You don't need honor if you have a bunch of missile cavalry.
Fight me, you cowards!
Like, that's more or less the only thing I know about those games, is that missile cavalry is king.
We shall see. Okay. I'm not gonna say anything. Harassment. That's the name of the game. Harassment. I mean, I'm winning, so I'm fine with that.
Harass them back?
Yeah, I'm doing that. And as I said, I am winning, so I'm fine with that. Actually, I need focus fire for a bit. So what, are you just gonna sit there and observe the battle then?
Sorry, somebody called me on the phone and I had to answer.
No, not you. I'm speaking of certain other cheeser.
What? This wasn't a cheese army. Like I say, I didn't have elephants. My hands were tied.
Yeah, right.
Well,
The most broken thing in the
it's
game.
the strength. It's the one strength of this nation. It's the
Are you
elephant.
actually attacking them?
Yeah.
Does my eye deceive me? Are you actually gonna attack me?
Who knows? There's only so much ammunition in the world.
I have enough, so.
No one wants pointless archers.
Run, you bastards! I'm so. Alright.
Hey, Angry Cupcake, do you have the Cruise Chaser and FF14? I didn't know it was live yet. I thought it wasn't gonna be live till middle of this week. Answer is no, but if it's live, I'll probably have to hop on later and grab it.
Oh man, I cannot wait to see Kathy. I hope it's incredibly fucking busted.
Probably is.
It's most likely going to be defensive. I bet they have an Hawacha and it's incredibly
boy.
broken. Like, you cannot have a Chinese Civ without a Hawacha.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
Trying to.
Well, I'm distracting.
Good,
portions of his
good,
army
good.
with one
I
unit
broke
of
through the
cavalry.
center, so I think I have enough to actually withstand that. So.
There you go.
Okay.
Oh, there is one force still floating around there.
Wow.
Hmm?
Boy? Huh? Or is the Cruise Chaser a different thing?
Something's happening. Oh, okay. Jesus. Around. Let's see if this can hold. Gee. If I actually manage to somehow turn, no, I'm not going to turn this around.
Ah, okay, it's
Oh, the
today that
door.
it comes back. Alright, so
Yeah.
literally just today. Alright. So I'll have to hop in and grab it.
Well, yeah.
This wasn't the cheese army, and there's somebody made one, and they could use it like perfection, and it was the most broken thing of all time.
Let's
Pissed
just
me
say that I got kind of screwed.
Oh fuck.
My one unit of Orangian Guard. Dying vigorously.
Alright, so doing that.
I'm surprised nobody's gonna have to my one unit of archers I've got left.
Been somewhat preoccupied.
Yeah, I mean, he's still trying to wipe me out. So. And yep, I'm gone.
All right, reform, people, reform.
Oh, you've definitely got this one in the bag for us.
Yeah, that was. We kind of fought with each other and then gave it to Pyrrhus, basically.
Yeah, we kind of went all out with each other.
Because I hid in the trees to start with, and then I saw you guys doing your thing, and then I just started skirting around the side.
Well, that's kind of what you get with a V3v4.
Ah, thought we could get past them.
A battle royale. Fuck.
Well, they might hold. They are better melee than.
Yeah,
That's one dude. Well, 8 dudes.
I don't think so.
Where are you going, knights?
Like the thing
Told you
is,
to go
if
kill
you
those
didn't-
archers.
If you didn't charge them,
Don't. God, they're fucking broken. No!
Run away!
They got triple chevrons.
uh-huh.
Those Mongol heavy archers. By the time they end this game, they got triple chevrons.
The thing is, I don't know why you charged when you charged back then. When I had on the when you were on the hill, you should have just stayed there and let me engage him and then charge him in the backs. That would have been better.
Knights Templar. For the win. And the Knights Hospitaller.
And that's it.
Victoria.
Done. Good job.
Yeah, nice game.
Should we try a sequel,
Hungary
though?
is a very competitive, I think, PvP faction. Because you got like the heavy knights, but you also have like the annoying horse archers, and you have light stuff. It's just got a good mix of stuff.
Should we try a siege battle as well, or?
Just a 2v1 siege, where the defender gets 15,000, attackers get 10,000 each. So,
say fortress. Defense level, I'll leave it at 1, so we don't have a. Period. I'll leave it at all, but let's see how we do.
we don't have any limits on artillery, or
Let's say two each. Let's say, and see what we can do that. Okay, who's defending?
that is the question. Do you do it via just? I don't know how you do it randomly. You just
I don't know as well. That's the thing.
like I don't think you can make it random. I guess you could just like choose a number between 120, and the person closest to it gets to be the defender.
Okay, so
I'm gonna call the stream here, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. My print's almost done, and I gotta get some food here shortly. So have a good one, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I also gotta run and get that mount before. I don't know when it gets off the store. People, talk about Medieval 2 and having fun. Asmo, I am focused. I will kick this game's ass. that's pretty much it is. The other thing is I'm low on caffeine today. Need to
You're
refill
going to
and
chill
stuff.
on the store.
Alright, so I'll catch you guys later.